Hello and welcome back to the Wild. My name is Beast. Today we're back with the third and last game in the Clockwork Ley-Line, namely Flowers Falling in the Morning Mist. This can only go wrong, I feel like. I don't know. It's my instincts talking, and I'm going to stab this chair if it keeps doing this. I need to wait until Monday because... here's the thing. I could buy a new one, but at the same time my uncle's getting a new one. So... I can get one for free, so why the fuck wouldn't I? Anyways, let's just get into it. Oh, right. Things I wanted to talk about beforehand. A couple things, mainly. Namely that I've read the scenes that were cut out in the All Ages version today. Oh, hold on. I'm not clicked on the game, so the music is going fucking nuts again. And essentially, two things. First off, more than two things actually. I don't know how many things I'm going to end up making it, so I'm not going to say the number. Well, first off, Fuito route. The scene before he was gonna tell the scene before he told her, hey, can you like stop this shit? The day before she fucking walked in on him taking a shower to wash his back. And the next morning, it wasn't just her waking him up or something like that. No, she was polishing the pole and all that. So yeah, understandable that he was like, hey, yo, can you fucking stop that? Jesus Christ, that's not okay. That's actual sexual assault. I actually like that. I just noticed back there, Umaru actually has the Night Realm the Night Realm uniform on in the background now. Anyways, secondly, the Fujito after story, it mentions that she fell for him because her master ordered her to. Something's obviously weird about that. But either way, it does imply that if a right order is given, your homunculus can just develop an ego like that. Especially since another episode scene, another story scene was a threesome with Fujito and Momoka. I fucking forget. Either way. Thirdly, the game sure skipped over a shit ton in the fucking Ushio route thing. Mainly because, first off, they actually get into like this massive fight where you're just like, what the fuck's your relationship with her? And like, why the fuck would you bother? Well, considering what you did to me, I feel like I have the right to know. Wait, didn't you fucking forget? And then it's just a massive fight where she's like, she didn't want him to feel guilty or like he owes her anything. So she tried to act as if she forgot. And while he was gonna apologize, he also, to some degree at least, felt that, and didn't want to remind her of something potentially traumatic. It also kinda was a case of he's kinda glad that she forgot, since it didn't ruin the fucking relationship between the two. And things happened. He kissed her. It was kind of rapey again. Where she said no, but literally did nothing to prevent it. Even after he says, like, hey, you just gotta, like, walk away and I'll stop. So, yeah, those scenes are almost always fucking weird. Like, Jesus Christ, uncomfortable. Anyways, but, yeah. For some reason, even the fucking... there's a CG that could have easily put in the fucking All Ages version. Yet, for some reason, it also didn't show up when I input the patch. So that was fucking odd. And finally, another episode for Ushio. It was another dream with the cakes, and suddenly Dr. Michiru, not Michiru, Dr. Mitsuyoshi shows up. Like, hey, you're gonna develop too much blood sugar. Blood sugar. Pokes her. See, you have a blood sugar value of 183. We're gonna have to put you through an examination, and then fucking kinky hospital examination later. That I kind of wanted to die while reading because it involved her accidentally fucking him trying to get her to pee because urine test, and then her accidentally knocking the cup out of his hands and dousing it all over her leg, and it was just kind of disgusting. I didn't want anything to do with it. Anyways, at the end of the scene though, essentially like Koga is in her dream is about to confess, and just as he's about to say I love you, the dream ends. She wakes up and she's just so fucking mad to the point where, you're a fucking man, how hard is it to say 3 simple words? And it's funny. Anyways, let's just actually get into it now. Walk through the lush greenery of a forest. It's dark and dense, like a scene from a picture book where a child would be wandering around, lost and frightened. Trying to chase off this baseless sense of unease I'm feeling, I think back to the telephone call that came a few days ago. Libra Lapis Lazuli Academy. Time was passing by peacefully in the school that I founded, in spite of that peculiar magical incidents that occurred from time to time. Oh, we're currently Lazalit. It was early in the afternoon of another quiet day when I answered the phone in the principal's office. I was wondering if you could take care of her.
引き取る?私の手元にですか?
遠く日本からおいでいただくのは大変申し訳なく思いますが。
いえ、私の方は。ですが、娘さんは急に見知らぬ土地へ行くことに。
He interrupts me and starts talking rapidly.
私どもの手にはもう負えないのです。家内はすっかり参ってしまい寝込んでおりますし、使用人も怖がってやめていくばかりで、昨日もまた暖炉の火が踊るように燃え上がって嘲笑われているかのようだった。
I'm positive that she isn't. The girl responsible for that simply doesn't know how to manage her own powers.
奇妙な現象は炎だけですか?他には?
もちろんそれだけではありません。辞めた使用人たちに見られた現象ですが、最初は娘に対し怯えていたのに、ある日突然人が変わったように娘をあやし始めるのです。どうしたのかと聞くと、怖がらないでと言われたら怖くなくなったなどと。これは娘が操ったのではないのですか?
暗示魔術。いえ、でもそれは術を学んでいなければかけられないはず。
Not to mention that certain herbs are necessary as a catalyst. That should be impossible since she's never gone outside the mansion, which means that she managed to do that purely with her own mana.
強烈な暗示。いえ、もしかしたらそれ以上の。
もう限界なのです。身の回りで起きる奇妙な現象にも、突然人が変わる使用人たちにも、どうか私たち夫婦を救ってください。クラール・ラズリット。
わかりました。娘さんは私が引き取ります。
She's probably, no, definitely a Magie. And she doesn't know how to use her own power. At this rate, not only will she continue to be ostracized by her family, her lack of control will also bring about tragedy. Keeping that in mind, I decided to take her into my care.
こちらでございます。
Emerging from the forest deep of the mountains, I reach a stately and magnificent mansion. However, it seems that the girl is not kept in this extravagant building, but instead forced to live in an attached one, a distance away. After leading me to the outbuilding and locking the door, the servant shoves the key at me and runs away as if she were fleeing for her life. I can't blame them, but I pity her for having to live all by herself like this.
みんな怯えているのね。こんにちは。
opening already. This is the truth of 20 years past. I feel like I shouldn't look at this time. Like, not at all. I'm gonna actually just turn around real quick. Actually, no, fuck. I forgot that I actually installed the... That's right. I forgot to mention it. I installed the... Oh, right. Fuck. I forgot. It wasn't recording the image, so it didn't matter anyways. I'm playing with the R18 patch for the final game. And I just skipped the opening, even though I didn't really have to. Well, I can just listen to songs some other time. I faintly hear the familiar voice of my teacher amidst the sound of pens running across paper. I'm in class. My vision is blurry, vaguely recalling that I dozed off when nobody completely wake myself up. I didn't realize I was sleep deprived. Teacher's going to yell at me if I don't get up, but my brain just isn't cooperating. Struggling to stifle a yawn, I shut my eyes tightly and reopened them. Still have sleep and noticed some words written in my notebook. You might never meet again. The sentence I'm staring at makes me feel uncomfortable. What is this? It's from math class, is it? I'm pretty sure I heard the teacher mentioning a formula. You might never meet again. Here it says, I have to save him. These clearly aren't mathematical formulas. I'm thinking about it again. What am I doing? I'm started by the ringing of the bell. Now I'm fully awake. Huh. The person I see at the front of the classroom is my homeroom teacher. He's responsible for English. Didn't write anything down. My notebook is completely blank, even though those two strange sentences were supposed to be there. Dream, huh? Wait, more importantly, what happened in that class? Didn't take a single note. Did I unconsciously translate a sentence that came up during class? What did I write down again? I can't remember it all. Damn it. I didn't realize because I was out of it the entire time, but it looks like it was our last class of the day. Absentmindedly watched as my classmates leave the room in their own little groups. Fucking get away from me, apparition! Begone! Begone, wandering soul, and find rest! Moving that swiftly fucking murdered my neck just now. My neck is a lot of pain for some reason. Oh, my bad, I'll be right... Oh, right. Up until now, he'd always called me out whenever I was in a daze. Karasuma Kotaro. First friend I made after coming to the school, and my best friend. Even though he gets scared more easily than others, he always gave it his all. He's kind to a fault and even put up with the horrible nickname Omaru that I gave him. He's no longer here. Am I lonely? Sad? Can't tell. But what I do know is that he stood strongly by his decisions and actions. A smile during his final moments told me that much. That's what you thought, huh, Omaru? My classmates happily chatter away as they exit the classroom. None of them know about what really happened that night. Omaru chose to disappear, saying that it had to be this way. Being sad about it would be rejecting his resolve. That being said, I have no intention of grinning and bearing it. Maybe I'm just not convinced yet. Omaru's gone. Maybe I simply haven't gotten used to that fact yet. Oh, Korodani. My classmates, Korodani Maya and Yoshida Sawara. Nah, well, I guess it's pretty far. To explain the sudden disappearance, the students were told that he left for another school as part of Special Bureau investigation. Yeah? Huh? Really? I've been thinking about Omoto's end of agreeing without putting too much thought into it.
いやー、こりゃ重症だわ。大丈夫？古賀くん。
It's not as bad as you're making it out to be.
なんかその気晴らしとかしたいんだったら付き合うからね。いつでも声かけてね。
Oh, thanks. They're really blowing things out of proportion. But really, you don't need to be so worried.
そう？無理しないでね。
I'm not.
早く治療しなさい。
はーい。じゃあね、古賀くん。
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Prompted by a disciplinary committee member on patrol, the two of them hurriedly leave. The committee member knows me, so he simply gives a quick nod before heading off to the next classroom. Guess I'll get going too. Taking my bag and getting up from my seat, I leave as well.
Yeah, Miku.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we saw her in the jacket. Oh, Tsubaki, are you making your rounds too? Going out into the hallway, I run into Mimu Tsubaki, wearing her disciplinary committee coat. Her coat bears the emblem of the committee chair. How's being the temporary chair going? A lot of work?
いや、幸いそうでもないよ。
The original chairwoman, Shogin Momoka, was meticulously sealed away after the incident the other day and is currently absent. She had to be sealed away because she was actually a homunculus that sided with the school. Homunculi, dolls created with magic that look exactly like humans, obey their creators' orders. Absolutely and won't listen to reason. Like Omaru, the students were taught that Momo has left the school for a special mission. On that note, the principal, who's also a homunculus, fled after the incident, and the story is that she's on a business trip abroad.
やっていることは今まで通りだしね。
That's good. The only real difference would be why she's doing it. Until recently, the school was linked to the realm of night during the nighttime with the help of a large-scale magic skipper. What in the...
移動したわけではありませんよ。同じ場所です。
What's happened to the school?
時計塔の鐘の音とともに、学園には夜の世界が現れ、校舎と一体化します。
夜の世界って何？
夜しか存在しない世界。裏の世界のようなものだそうです。
The rule was that regular students must be back in their dorms after classes before nightfall. Tsubaki was one of the scapegoats, Magia, who were responsible for supplying mana to the magic circle that summoned the Night Realm, but...
スケープゴートの仕事はなくなったから、その分むしろ以前よりは楽だよ。
Seeing that took quite a bit of your time, huh? The magic circle was destroyed by me with the help of Muko and Omaru's mana. Night students who we thought were being summoned here from another world were actually day students with their souls replaced. 20 years ago, a mysterious fire happened at the school. The true identity of those night students were the victims of that fire who were still missing to this day. An administration wanted to sacrifice the day students in order to revive the students of the past. After finding out that they wanted to permanently hijack the day students' bodies, we broke the magic circle to put a stop to their plans. And then... Omaru, who was actually one of those students from 20 years ago, disappeared that night. He was occupying the body of Hanatate Mutsuki, who attended the school before us and had gone missing. After Muku, Shishikitani Ushio suddenly lost contact with Hanatate, her best friend. She came to the school and met me and Omaru soon after we came here. Well, who would have thought that the person she was looking for was right before her eyes the entire time? Omaru was likely an experimental guinea pig, being the first night student to possess a day student even during the day.
ミー君どうかしたか
That's nothing. I accidentally got lost in my memories. She looks at me, confused, and I force a smile. But with mists continuing to pop up, I would have thought that you'd still be busy.
ああ、まあ、そればかりは仕方ないな。
In the back of the library in the basement of the school lies the treasury. It houses many magical tools known as mists. It does not say your mind is required to activate them, but there are also some that will drain your physical strength or put you to sleep as compensation. For that reason, they're quite dangerous, since anyone could accidentally activate one and fall unconscious. Moreover, mists are naturally drawn to people who are troubled or are having problems, and thus escape the treasury. Retrieving and sealing mists is the job of the Bureau for the investigation of special affairs, which Muko and I belong to.
このところはさほど大騒動になるようなミストが現れていないのが幸いだな。
Yeah, the last one was just a watering can that kept watering the garden. I was attracted by a sick gardening club member who was worried about the flowers. All it did was wander around the garden, and the one who activated it was in their own room, bedridden, so it was sorted out quickly. If only it were this easy all the time, but unfortunately that's not normally the case. Mists are more easily activated at night, so it's safer for students to be further from the school building and back in the dorms. Although I was the one who broke the barrier. To begin with, why didn't the school fix it? That way we'd have one less thing to worry about.
みーくんはもう分室？
Yeah, I'm bringing her along with me today.
そうか。私は風紀委員室へ寄って報告を聞いたからになるから少し遅れるよ。
It's your job, so don't worry about it. Thanks for all the hard work you put in.
ありがとう。それじゃあ後で。
Yeah, see ya. We go our separate ways and first head to my room in the east dorm. Still asleep, huh? I return to my room and put my bag on the floor. Michiru, my little sister, is in my bed, quietly snoring. She suddenly appeared out of nowhere on the night that we destroyed the magic circle. Since birth, she had an immense amount of mana. However, she's never been able to control it very well. Because of that, a lot of painful things have happened. That's why I much prefer that she doesn't use it. School's invitation was originally addressed to Michiru, but I thought it was fishy and enrolled in her stead. But that night she ended up releasing an unbelievable amount of mana, transporting herself here from our home in an instant. Ever since then, she's been living in my room. I say living, but she's been asleep practically the entire time. It's probably because of how much mana she used. She's not a student of the school, and the administration doesn't know about her. So for now, I'm hiding her here so that she can recover. That being said, she's more or less healed up now. I'd hate to disturb her while she's sleeping so peacefully, but I don't have a choice. I need you to wake up. Wake up! Come on, wake up! She sits up, rubbing her eyes. She gazes at me, tired and half asleep. At a glance, she looks to be in good health. We're having a meeting with everyone in the bureau office to summarize all that's happened. Think you can come? She nods. Feeling well enough to? She's been asleep in my room the majority of the time, so she's never gotten the chance to properly introduce herself either. Apparently she wants to do that despite being quite a shy person. Change into this then. It's school uniform. All the regular students are back in the dorms, but there are still disciplinary committee members in the school. We don't want them to realize at a glance that you're not a student here. Something wrong? Oh, my bad. Of course. She's my sister, so it never crossed my mind, but she is still a girl. Come out after you're done then. Hearing her unhappy voice from behind me, I quickly make my way out of my room. Oh, Shizuka. Stepping into the hallway, I run into the bureau's errand boy, an ex-disciplinary committee member, Murakumo Shizuka. She's changing into the school uniform now. I got one from Tsubaki.
それなら遠目にはごまかせるか。
Did you come to pick us up or something?
今日分室に連れてくるって言ってたろ。俺は一応風紀委員の巡回コース避けていけるルートを覚えてるからな。
You sure are kind when it comes to Michiru.
変な誤解すんなよ。俺がここへ呼び込んじまったみてえなもんだから、それは責任あると思ってたな。
You know, it's there is apparently like a small extra mini small route thing at the end of this game with Sumi, if I remember correctly what someone told me. It's the law of equivocal exchange. I fuck your sister, you fuck mine. Sure. I did mention to him at the others that I'd be secretly housing Michiru in my room, and that I'd bring her along for a proper introduction once she felt better. After telling him yesterday that she seemed to be doing pretty well now, he decided to go out of his way and meet us here. I guess he's like her guardian now. According to what Michiru told me, she was meeting with Rockman in the dream world prior to teleporting herself here. Apparently he thought that she was the manifestation of a mist, but he kept her company because of how awkward she was. His diligence knows no bounds. It's like he picked up a stray cat and now he can't leave it alone.
今なんか失礼なこと考えてなかったか。
Never said anything.
その沈黙が疑わしいっつってんだ。
He'll go bald if you keep stressing over this kind of stuff.
ふざけんな。
Well, I guess I haven't thanked you yet.
は？
You took care of her while I was at the hospital for my checkup. Thanks for that.
なんだ急に気持ち悪い。
You happily coming out of your way to pick us up is just as creepy.
てめえを迎えに来たわけじゃねえよ。大体大丈夫なんだろうな。もう連れ出しても。
She said she is and she looks fine to me. Once the incident was over, she didn't wake up for a few days, and after she did, she still spent a majority of her time sleeping. I only started considering her as being back to normal about 2 days ago. For what it's worth, she also slept a lot when she was younger.
いくつ違うんだ。
Huh?
実際はミチルといくつ違うんだ。っていうかお前いくつだ。
20.
はた、俺より上じゃねえか。あ、いやじゃねえです。
Immediately tried to switch to fucking polite speech. It's a bit late for that. Don't force yourself.
笑うな。あーくそ、やっぱてめえに敬語なんか使わねえ。
Please don't. It's always hard not to laugh.
ちくしょう、道理で最初から態度がでけえと思ったんだよ。
お待たせ。
Having changed into the uniform, Michiru steps out of my room. She doesn't seem particularly surprised that Murakami was here with me.
よう、大丈夫か。
あのさ、
え、
丸聞こえだったよ。
We were right in front of the door after all. Let's get going then. We don't want to draw any attention to ourselves, especially from people like Kurudani.
そう、行くぞ。
We chase after him as he briskly sets off. Them leading the way, we head to the bureau office via a bit of a detour, trying our best to avoid any disciplinary committee members. Michiru looks around with curious eyes since it's the first time she's been outside of my room. Michiru, you're heading back home after the meeting, okay?
Huh?
You heard me. Now that you're feeling better, there's no need for you to keep hiding in my room.
なんで僕をのけ者にするの？
That's not the problem here. You've got your own school to attend. I did call them to say that you were sick, but you can't be absent forever.
元から行ったり行かなかったりだから、今さら別に問題ないよ。
It is! What's this about you skipping school? Why didn't you go?
うるさいな。人の大勢いるところは苦手って知ってるでしょ？
You need to overcome that shyness of yours. After all this time, you still haven't gotten to know your class. After all this time, you still haven't gotten to know your classmates.
だって何喋っていいかわかんないんだもん。
ま、そういや最初俺にもそんな感じだったな。
そりゃ。
She seems to have suddenly remembered that Murakami was here with us, and her eyes widen as she covers her mouth with her hands. She then hides behind me, bashfully casting her eyes to the ground. It's like you two are completely different people.
うるさい。
She shows no restraint when she's talking to me, and she's embarrassed that was exposed. Does she not remember that everyone already figured that out when she first came here?
うるさいうるさいうるさい、お兄ちゃんのバカ。本当に何も分かってない。僕がどれだけ心配だったのか考えたことあるの？
Must have completely slipped her mind. Probably because of how overcome with rage she was. Murakumo looks like he's regretting what he said. It'd make things a lot easier for me if she'd just go home. Although given her attitude, it doesn't look like she will. Good grief. But entering the library down in the basement, Michiru looks at the humongous bookshelves in awe. Come to think of it, I reacted the same way my first time here, but I've gotten pretty used to it by now. I don't see Rito. Is she further inside? Would have been nice to have her meet Michiru, but that can wait until later. This way, Michiru. She jogs up to me and grabs my sleeve, not wanting to get lost. Hey! Entering the bureau office, I see that everyone's here aside from Tsubaki. The moment I step inside, Murakumo's sister, Sumi, Murakumo Kasumi, greets me and waves. She's never been a normal student at this school, and she was tasked with being the sole scapegoat before Tsubaki started helping out. As a result, she's always been avoiding others, so that neither the day nor night students would see her, but we became acquainted after a certain incident and are now working together.
姫ちゃんはまだ？
ミブさんは風紀の仕事で少し遅れるってよ。
そっか。
By the way, Tsubaki is already on good terms with her was already on good terms with her before that incident, and now they're the best of friends.
席は足りてるわよね。
The pretty European girl looking around the room and counting heads is Adelheid, or Heidi for short. She's the head of the Weinberg as prestigious family in Germany. Well, that's a story at least.
古賀たちと椿で残り4人。どう見ても足りてるだろう。とうとう数も数えられなくなったのか。
念のために聞いただけじゃない。いちいち毒吐かないと喋れないの？
The truth is that the actual head of the family is this shark-tongued butler. The fake eye hidden under Louis' eye patch houses the power of a magia that was passed down from generation to generation within their family. In order to protect that, Heidi pretends to be the head.
相変わらずどっちが偉いんだかわかんないね。ほら見なさい。もうちょっと羊らしくなさい。
いや。
For the record, Muko, Murakumo, and I are the only ones who know that Louis is the true master in this relationship.
ですが、そちらこそもう少し両家のご令嬢らしくしていただけませんか。無理難題なのは承知ですので、あくまでささやかな希望ですが。
You would think that Louis' foul mouth comes from being in a position of power, but having spent time with these two, I've come to realize that it's a personality issue. Last but not least, the one rendered utterly speechless by this exchange is Shishikatani Ushio, or Muko, as I like to call her. Our first impression of each other definitely weren't good, but after everything that's happened, we get along as fellow members of the Bureau, and, well, you could say that she holds a special place in my heart.
Michiru-san, 体調は?
Michiru makes a strange noise when Muko calls out to her. Muko's eyes widen, troubled by my sister's reaction.
すみません。驚かせるつもりは。いえ、ごめんなさい。
Don't worry about it, she's just super shy. Muko looks like she has something to say, but she keeps quiet and turns away from me. This isn't something unusual. It's her being able to separate her public and private affairs, but not having her personal feelings cloud her judgment, and not having her personal feelings cloud her judgment. But she can be damn confusing at times. That's the CG that they blatantly cut out for some reason. To be completely honest, we've gotten quite intimate before, to put it mildly, but that's been put on hold for now. You decide to deal with the school's conspiracy and all the various incidents here comes first, and I get the feeling that there's more to it than that. Hold on, let me... There we go. She tends to overthink things at times like these. But close enough that I can understand that much, or at least I think I do.
大丈夫です。そうですか。無理をしないでくださいね。はい。ありがとうございます。
The way she's looking at the fidgety Michiru doesn't seem any different than usual. I don't think she doubts me. Don't tell me that she's jealous because Michiru clings to me so much. That does sound a bit cute though. But that's definitely not the time to question her about that.
じゃあ茶入れるから座れよ。
You're being awfully thoughtful today, Shizuka.
てめえに言ったんじゃねえ。そっちのみちるが怯えてっからだよ。
しーちゃん、となると余計に怖がっちゃうでしょ。
な。
座る。うん。
She walks over to a chair and sits as if to show that she's not scared. Doesn't seem like either of them are in love with each other.
どうぞどうぞ。ごめんね、ガサツな弟で。いえ、大丈夫です。
ガサツで悪かったな。
He grumbles as he serves the tea he brewed. Yeah, the best way to describe their relationship is a guy and his friend's cat that he's looking after. I sip some tea and take a deep breath when Tsubaki walks in.
いや、遅れてすまない。いいえ、お疲れ様です。これで全員ね。それでは。
Muko stands after waiting for Tsubaki to sit down. All of her eyes are on
一
her.
旦状況を整理しましょう。
Muko looks around and resumes speaking after seeing all of us
まず
nod.
この学園で最も大掛かりな魔術、夜の世界の召喚。それは異世界を召喚していると学園側は主張していましたが、これは実は20年前の生徒たちの魂を今の時代の西領の生徒の体に憑依させ下ろす儀式でした。
And we destroyed the magic circle that did that.
ええ、ですから夜の世界の召喚はあれ以来起こっていません。夜の生徒たちも現れていません。
So it sounds like she had to force that last part out of her. Furuyamachi Neko, Shichiban Hina, Iba Kumiko, Kasuga Mayumi. There were several night students who we ought to know very well due to various incidents. The most shocking part of all was that Umaru was one of them.
そのうちの一人、カラスマくんの魂が憑依していたのは行方不明だった花立睦月でした。
獅子ヶ谷さんはそもそも彼女を探しにこの学園へ来たのだったな。
ええ、そうです。全く連絡が取れなくなってしまったので、まさかずっと目の前にいたとは。
Even now I can clearly recall the look of horror on Muko's face when Umaru disappeared. Not that I can blame her. She was prepared to accept that Hanatate Mutsuki was dead, but in reality, she was safe and they reunited in that fashion.
私たちはてっきり夜の生徒たちは20年前の火事で亡くなった生徒だと思い込んでいました。ですが夜の生徒は遺体すら見つからず行方不明扱いになっている生徒ばかりです。これはどういうことなのか。
死んでいないのではないか。
可能性はあると思います。
クラール・ラズリットは時を操るマギアです。ありえるでしょうね。
Kral Lazlit, the founder of the school, and as Heidi said, a female Magia with a unique power. It's said that she also lost her life in that fire 20 years
だけ
ago.
ど20年前の火事よりも前から召喚してるんじゃなさそうって話だったよね。ええ、それが可能なのであれば火事で亡くなった他の生徒やラズリット本人も全員降ろそうとするのではないかと。
行方不明になった生徒だけが何らかの形で火事を免れ召喚されている。
学園長たちは異常なほどそいつらの復活にこだわってましたね。
そう命じられたのでしょう。ホムンクルスは主人の命令だけが絶対です。
学園長や聖護院先輩のようなホムンクルスの存在、それに夜の生徒たちの魂を定着させるための大量のラズリットブロッドストーン。あの魔石はラズリットにしか生成できない。やはりこの件にはクラール・ラズリットが深く関わっていると考えざるを得ません。
By the way, in the last part, but not last part, it's part 8. So the part before the Ushi route, I made a joke like, ah yes, Kurudani Magia, she has red eyes. Someone timestamped that with a smiley face and nothing else, so I'ma just naturally assume that Kurudani is actually Kral Lazalit in the skies, and she's controlling the Ermine via remote control. Lazalit bloodstones are pieces of pure mana, powerful enough to allow any ordinary person to use multiple mists at the same time. It's what allowed Omaru to possess Hanatate's body even during the day.
そうだけど、でもなぜクラール・ラズリットはそんな人道に外れたマギアではないはずなのに、昼の生徒たちを犠牲にしてもいいだなんて、そんな風に考える人ではないのよ。
He's heard many stories about Lazalit from her grandmother, since they were apparently quite close, which is why she's so insistent that her grandmother's friend has nothing to do with something this inhumane.
だからなんか事情があるか、その意思を曲げられちゃうような事態が起きたか、なんかあったんじゃない？
そこも含めて全てを究明したいのです。何より20年前の生徒たちが本当にまだ亡くなっていないのなら、他にも何か救う方法があるかもしれない。
うん、それは一番大事だ。伊庭さんやひなさん、黒山町さん、春日さん、それに烏丸くん、みんな助けられるかもしれない。
助けると言っても以前のようにまたここへ通えるようになるわけではないのでは？
Of course not. They'd be pretty confused if they were suddenly thrown 20 years into the future. Well, the hypnosis magic that was applied on them by the school, they were oblivious to the fact that so many years had passed. None of them found it strange that they were attending school at night and that they didn't know what they were doing during the day. Saving them would mean we sent them back to their own time.
それが分かっているなら結構。ただし逆にそうなってしまう可能性もありますよ。
助け出すことはできても元いた時代に送り返す方法はないかもしれないということですね。
そうか、その場合ってこの時代で暮らしてもらうしか。
それしかないのかな。
行方不明のままよりはマシだと思いますけれど。
まだわかんねえだろ。助けて20年前に戻す方法だってあるかもしれねえんだから。
Right? Worrying about it now is pointless.
そうですね。そのためにはやはり重要なのは20年前の火事の時に本当は何があったのかということだと思います。それを調べるために皆さんに協力してほしいのです。
ああ、もちろん依存はないよ。
私もです。このまま引き下がるだなんて目覚めの悪い幕切れはごめんですからね、ルイ。
いや、
当然だな。だいたいこのまま放っといたら学園長たちはまたやらかすだろう。
They haven't given up on trying to take over the bodies of the day students. Because they're homunculi, they were probably ordered to do this and won't consider any other
必
methods.
ずまた仕掛けてくるでしょうね。
Yeah, we need to uncover the truth to prevent that.
僕も
Hey,
手伝う。
can't believe she said that in front of this many people when she's so shy. She really doesn't want to leave.
そりゃ心強いがいいのかな。帰らなくて大丈夫？
大丈夫。
It's not fine at all, but if I forced her to go home, I get the feeling that she'd find some way to pop back here. Doesn't look like I can do anything about this. Suddenly I hear the door opening.
遅くなっちゃってごめんね。
ムツキ
Johanna thought the Mutsuki come flying in. Muko springs to her feet, surprised. Wait, that hairpin. He's holding back her bangs, the same as how Umaru had it. The shoulder-length hair is also tied up as if to match the way Umaru looked.
元烏丸小太郎の現花立睦月です。よろしく。
She bows deeply and then salutes. She then boldly
今日から
declares,
特査でお世話になるね。
はい。
お世話にって
all of us are flabbergasted. It seems that Muko hasn't heard about this either.
これ
She seemed to have noticed my stare and runs her hair along the hairpin.
これは烏丸くんの分まで頑張りたいからっていう私なりの決意っていうか、あとこうしてればもーちゃんたちもちょっとでも一緒にいる気分になってくれるかなって思ったんだけど、ダメだったかな。余計寂しくなるんだったらすぐ外すよ。
Nah. You must have been more surprised than she was expecting. I started laughing at how flustered she is. Thanks, I'm sure Omar would be happy about it.
そっか、よかった。
システムメニューです。システムメニューです。
Her broad smile breaks out on her face. She's stuck in an awkward position after all. She was able to return, but in exchange we lost Omaru. She tried her best to deal with that, and this was the conclusion she came
あ
to.
のムツキそれはいいのですけれど、さっきの
Oh, right, more importantly, Hanatate?
睦月でいいよ。
She tilts her head quizzically and continues talking.
でも烏丸くんのことはおまるって呼んでたんだよね。じゃあ私のことはおむつ？
That's a hell of a lot worse than Omaru!
ダメですそんなの。女の子なのに。
What the fuck does omutsu mean? Probably something bad, if I had to take a guess. Diaper.
をつけるのが伝統かなって思ったんだけど。
You don't have to replicate
そ
everything.
うですよ。おむつはダメです。断じてダメです。
でも元は相性だったのに。
Why is a fixation
も
on
っと
this?
マシなのがあるでしょ。
元はといえば古賀が烏丸に妙なあだ名をつけたせいだろ。
How was I supposed to know this is what happened?
そっか。じゃあ私も名付けてもらえばいいんだね。
そうなるんですか？
今のってそういう話じゃなかったの？もしかして花立さんって
天然というやつかな。
お前は人のこと言えないだろかすみ。
So she wasn't aware of it herself.
よろしく古賀くん。じゃなかったね。ミッチーだっけ？
Yeah. It doesn't look like we're gonna get anywhere unless I give her a nickname. Muko staring daggers at me, implying that she won't forgive me if I come up with something weird. Well, how about Muchan?
それでいいの？ずいぶん普通だけど。
普通でいいんです。
いいと思うぞ。可愛いし。
それでいいじゃない。
The girls all come to a consensus, trying their hardest to prevent her from being omutsu.
そう？じゃあそれで。
Also, it didn't have to be omutsu. It could have just been otsuki or something. Looks like he's content with that.
それでです。
Relieved that we got rid of that bad nickname, Muko clears her throat as she finally regains control of the conversation.
ムツキ、あなた徳佐に入るつもりですか？
うん、そう言ったでしょ。
どうしてです？
どうしてって、もーちゃんたちはこれから20年前に何が起きたのか調べるんでしょ。それって20年前の生徒烏丸くんたちが生きてるかもしれなくて助けられるかもって話だよね。
Yeah, that's
だったら
right.
私にも手伝わせてよ。私は烏丸くんに助けてもらったようなものだから今度は私が助けたいんだ。
ムツキ。
ね、いいでしょ。本当だったら学園長の許可とかいるんだろうけど今いないしね。
いないどころか敵だしな。許可出せるやついねえわ。
でもあなたはせっかく無事に戻ってきたばかりなのに。
スト
Whoops. I mean, I guess it's fitting that I accidentally cut her off, then. And I thought they thrust her index finger forward, interrupting the worried
そ
Muko.
れはもーちゃんだって同じだよね。私のこと探しにここまで来てくれたんでしょ。その目的はもう果たしてるよね。それでもまだこの学園の魔術に関わって首突っ込んで解決しようとしてる。
それは
自分のこと棚にあげるのは良くない。
Muko's getting talked down. This is a rare sight that makes you forget to speak up.
あなたの負けね、牛よ。
どうやらそのようだ。20年前の事件の真相を突き止めて彼らを助けられるなら助けたいという目的も一致している。
そうさすがみぶさん。
Oh yeah, she started attending the school before us, which would explain why she already knows Tsubaki.
それはそうですが。
もーちゃんがやるなら私もやる。お互い様だよね。
わかりました。
やったー、ありがとうもーちゃん。
ムツキ、急に抱きつかないで。
She tries her best to separate herself from her fawning friend. I think I have an idea of the hierarchy between those two now.
では今後はこのメンバーで真相究明と解決に当たるということでよろしいですね。
What the fuck's happening again? This goddamn Avast keeps like taking up fucking 50% of my CPU every now and again today for some reason. The past few days even for some reason. I don't know why. It does seem to be the case actually. That's happening currently, yeah. Yeah, fucking 70% of my CPU shit being taken up by fucking Avast Services antivirus. Why? Ah, looks like it.
よろしくね、花立てさん。あ、はーい。そっか。私とかハイジちゃんとかは初対面だった。
忘れんなよ。
花立てさんがナチュラルに入ってきたから忘れてたわ。
Oh yeah, there's one more person who you've practically never met. Michiru tries to tilt her body diagonally in order to hide behind me, but I grab the back of her neck and reposition her upright. She's an extremely shy person, there's no room for her, so don't worry about it. She hides her head and lets out a strange sound. I'm not sure whether it was a sigh or a
こん
sob.
にちは。こんにちは。じゃあ改めてお互い自己紹介しよう。
それが良さそうだな。
はい、じゃあ改めてはじめまして、花立むつきです。もーちゃんとは親友でこの前まで行方不明になってました。
実はずっといたのですけれどね。
うん、夜の生徒の一人だった烏丸小太郎くんの魂を憑依させるためのよりしろになってたからって合ってるよね。
合っています。烏丸くんは他の夜の生徒とは違って昼も憑依したままにできる状態の実験体であったと思われます。
School was planning on applying this to all the nighttime students on the day of the eclipse a few days ago, But we prevented that from
カ
happening.
ラスマくんの分まで頑張ります。
ああ、共に頑張ろう。
もう一つ確認したいのですが、
何？
先ほどのお話ですと、あなたが先にこの学園へ入学し、そして行方不明になったので牛尾がそれを探しにやってきたという経緯ですね。
そうだよ。
ムツキとはここに来る以前からの親友です。信頼がおけることは保証します。
So that's what this is about. Things are a bit complicated when it comes to Louis and Heidi. They want to be absolutely sure that they can trust
わかり
Hanatate.
ました。ではフラウ、こちらの事情もお話ししておくべきかと存じます。
そうね。お互い隠し事はなしにしましょう。私はアーデルハイト。表向きはバインベルガー家の当主ということになっています。表向き？本物の当主はこちらのルイの方なの。あれ？そうだったんだ。
あんま驚いてなさそうだな。
だってルイさん元から偉そうだから。ほらご覧なさい。
だからこそもっと令嬢らしくしろと何度言えば。
はいはい、揉めるのは後にしてください。
失礼しました。では改めてルートビッヒ・リッター・フォン・バインベルガーと申します。表向きは分家の出で執事ということになっております。
私は本物の当主を守るために表に立っているの。影武者というのだったかしら。へえ、複雑なんだね。けど守るってなんかに狙われてたりするの？
狙われているというより背負っているものが強大すぎるゆえというところでしょうか。
Louis places a hand on the
こ
eye
の目は
patch.
義眼です。そしてこれは本物のマギエであった先祖の力を封じ込めたマグなのです。当家は代々これを受け継いできました。いわば私は人工のマギエというわけですね。フラウは表のバインベルガー家の生業である香水の調合に長けております。
あ、バインベルガーって聞いたことあると思ったら有名な香水ブランドだ。そうよ。でも市販されているのは普通の香水だけですけれど、本当に受け継いできた秘伝は魔術で調合したもの。感知をそらしたり暗示をかけたり用途はいろいろね。すごーい。
You two sure gave us a lot of trouble with those perfumes of yours.
まったくだ。
We all start feeling tired after being reminded of the mess they caused when they first arrived. Hold on, I have a bad feeling all of a sudden. I never want to go through that again. Okay, we're safe.
過ぎたことでしょ。水に流してくださらない？
揉めている場合ではありませんからね。
というわけですので、皆様もどうぞフラウの方をお嬢様という体でお願いします。たまにボロが出ていますが、粗骨者なのは生まれつきですので。
一言多いわよ。はいはい。じゃあ次は私でいい？
Sumi cuts into their argument and energetically raises her hand.
村雲かすみです。元は姫ちゃんと一緒にスケープゴートやってました。私も一応これでもマギエです。
Thought it fell down again.
「スケープゴートって時計塔の魔法陣に魔力を供給する係だったっけ？うん、そう。でも魔法陣はもう壊しちゃったから、もちろん今はやってないよ。
だったらもう授業出れるはずだよな。
そのうちね。
やっぱまだサボってんなこら。
だって今まで出てなかったのに急に教室行くのってまあまあ勇気いるんだよ。
まったく。
あ、それと静香は私の双子の弟ね。はい、次しーちゃん。
俺かよ。ああ、村雲静香、元風紀委員だ。
それだけ？
他に何か言うことあったか？
That you currently be Euro's errand boy?
パシリ言うな。
パシリ？何かあったの？
Huh, you didn't mention that part to Michiru.
うるせえ。わけあって今は徳さんにいるとはちゃんと言ってたっつうの。
そのわけ聞いてない。
ね、
それがね、しーちゃんって。
ああ、詳しく言うな。長くなりすぎるわ。俺がやらかしてその罰として徳さで働いて借りを返すことになったんだよ。
まあ長い話になってしまうのは確かですからね。
いずれ詳しくお聞かせ願いたいですけれどね。
ねえ、後にしてくれ、後に。
わかった。じゃあ後で。
I'm surprised. He seems genuinely interested.
じゃあ次は私かな。身分椿風紀委員長代行だ。一時はさっきスミちゃんが言った通りスケープゴートの役割のために風紀委員を抜けていたんだが、元の委員長である正吾院桃香先輩が実は学園側のホムンクルスだったため封じられた。それで私が代行の任についている。他には
猫大好き。
スミちゃん、その情報はいらないと思うが。
私も好きだよ、猫。かわいいもんね。
かわいい。猫はかわいいとも。猫は至高の存在だ。あの毛並みといい、肉球といい、ゴロゴロ言う喉の音。
ミブさん、霞に乗せられないで。
今のはムツキのせいではないかと。
猫かわいいじゃない。
かわいいですけどね。
もーちゃんって時々猫っぽいよね。
あ、
そう思わない？ミッチ。
You mean how she can be fickle and stuck up?
古賀くん、後で話があります。
Don't make it sound like you're going to beat me up behind the gym storehouse.
じゃあ次、もーちゃんね。
自己紹介ですね。はい。獅子型に牛尾2年です。この特殊事案調査分室のメンバーです。
私が普通に生徒だった頃はなかったよね、こんな部署。
あなたの行方がわからないから私が復活させたんです。放課後も校舎内に残れる肩書きを得るために。
ありがとう、もーちゃん。ね、見た目はクールだけど優しいんだよ。
The latter sentence was directed towards Michiru, who hurriedly nods.
はい。あと、甘いもの好き。すっごい好き。お砂糖入れすぎってくらい。
その情報も不要かと思いますが。
いいじゃん。可愛いところもあるよってこ。
Muko sighs in resignation. She's extremely weak when it comes to Tanatate. Last is us two then. Kogami Tsuyoshi. The school's letter of invitation was originally addressed to my sister Michiru, but it sounded sketchy, so I came in her in place of her. As a result, everyone knows me as Kogami Michiru, so please go along with that as well.
Okay, わかった。
Like Muko, I'm also a member of the Bureau. That's all I've got.
年はどうしたよ、最年長。
そういえば。
おいくつなのですか？
20?
そんなに上だったの？
Even Louis like, Does it even come as does it even come as that much of a surprise?
堂々と制服着てるからさすがにまだ10代かと思ってたんだが。
Oh, shut up! I'm only a year off.
まあ、ギリセーフかな。
まあ事情が事情だしな。しかしそんなに年上だとは知らず、今までいろいろ失礼した。
No, it's fine. Please don't treat me any differently than you have up till now.
そうさせていただきます。今更ですし。
いや、
It was a lot more shocking to them than I thought it'd be. And haven't even crossed their minds that I was already well into adulthood. Oh, and this here's Michiru. Come on, don't freeze up.
ここがみちるです。
She says that in a barely audible voice and bows. As you can see, she's awful at interacting with others, so I'd appreciate if you could cut her some slack.
他に言いようねえのか。
But it's the truth.
相当な実力のマギエだと伺いましたが。
Yeah, she definitely has the power, but she passes out when she uses it, so don't rely on her too much.
頑張る。
It's fine, don't push yourself like that. Please don't do anything unless we really have no choice.
そうしてください。ある意味、あなたはこちらの切り札です。存在を知られていませんから、強大な力は敵に見つかりやすい。みだりに使うべきではないでしょう。
わかりました。
Michiru comes to terms with it and obediently agrees. I'm very much hoping that we manage to resolve everything without her ever having to use her power. Unlikely.
それでは、これで一通り自己紹介は済みましたね。何か質問は？はい。何です？
ごめんね。ちょっと失礼なことなんだけど、どうしてもわかんなくて。
Is she gonna ask if she's going out with Mitsuyoshi?
ルイさんって男性っていいんだよね。
Louis flinches and then reluctantly proceeds to speak.
元？
マギエの義眼を受け継いだ時に体も。
そんなことになるの？普通はならないんだけど、ルイの適性がそれだけ高かった証でもあるのよ。そうですか。すみません。立ち入ったことまで聞いちゃって。
いえ、お気になさらず。隠し事はしないという約束でしたから。
そっか。ありがとうございます。
ところで、お二人はドイツへ戻らなくても大丈夫なのですか？
ええ。この件が片付くまでは滞在します。
先ほども申し上げた通り、ここで引き下がるつもりはございません。
そうですか。では頼りにします。
ミチルはどうすんだ？
I wanted to send her back home after she'd stabilized a bit more, but
僕、帰らないから。
she keeps refusing, as I can see.
協力してくれるなら、そりゃもう心強いけどね。
うん。戦力としては確かに心強いからな。しかし本来はここの生徒ではないし、元の学校はずっと休む羽目になるんだろう。
大丈夫です。
No, it's not.
外部の人間をこっそり滞在させるというのも問題ですが。
そもそも彼女の力はどういった能力なのですか？
I have no clue.
わからない。
なんかいろいろできるよな。夢の中で俺に話しかけてきたり、ここまで飛んできたり。
なんでもできるわけじゃないよ。できることとできないことはあるし、でも力を使ってるときは無意識っていうか夢中で、自分でも何をどうやってるのかは
俺と夢の中で会ってた時はお前の方から話しかけてきたよな。
あれはお兄ちゃんがどうしてるのか気になってて、なんとかして様子を知りたいって思ってたら。
なるほど。マギエとしての意見を言わせてもらえれば、彼女の力を頼るのは危険です。
危険というのは？
まず能力を使った後に寝込むというのは、持っている魔力の強さに対して器が追いついていないという証拠です。私が前に力を使って倒れたのもまさにこれが原因です。借り物の力を体にならさず急に無理やり使ったからああなったのです。そして器に馴染んでいない力は不安定で暴走の危険もあります。そういうわけで安易に協力を求めるべきではないでしょう。
What Louis said reminds Michiru of a case in the past, and she looks down to the ground, depressed. Honestly, that's what scares me the most as well. It's exactly why I didn't let her come to the school and went as far as lying about my identity.
そうだね。安易にはまずいって私も思うけど。
しかし相手も強いからな。聖護院先輩は封印したとはいえ、学園長はまだ逃げてる。
でも彼女に頼って倒れるどころじゃない事態になったら。
それはそうですが。
急に無理やり使うのが良くないんでしょ？そうじゃない使い方を覚えればいいんだよね。
そういえば 制御方法を本人も知らないというのは一番危険なのでは？
確かに。
Yeah, having her learn that is pretty high on my wish list, but hey Michiru. I happen to notice Michiru's starting to sway and
まだずっと起きてられる状態じゃないんだね。今日はここまでにしてもう寝かせてあげたら？
そうしましょう。古賀くん、どのみち体調が落ち着くまではそばにいてあげた方がいいでしょう。こんな状態で一人で家に帰すよりは。
Yeah, even if she did go back, I'd be afraid since she'd be alone. For now, we'll leave what to do about Michiru aside and have her stay in my room for a little while.
これからしばらくは学園内と寮内を調べて20年前の手がかりを探してみましょう。
わかった。風紀委員室の資料にも何かないか見てみよ
う。お願いします。私たちは消えた学園長の部屋を念入りに調べてみようと思います。
私たちは少し試してみたいことがあるので別行動を取らせていただきます。
試してみたいこと？
試してみなければわかりません。
なんなのよそれは。
ぬか喜びさせるつもりはありません。形になったら連絡しますので。
わかりました。
Mocha doesn't pry into it any further, fully aware that when Louis is like this, he's not going to answer any questions. Heidi, however, is sulking beside her butler.
では皆さん、よろしくお願いします。
オッケー、任せて。頑張ろうね。
ああ、何としてでも真相を突き止めよう。
Well, I'll head back first to put Michiru to bed.
お大事に。
And without that, today's meeting was adjourned, and we all went our separate ways. Carrying the sleepy Michiru on my back, I walked back to the dorms. Muko said that there were some materials she wanted to go through and remain in the library, and Sumi had something she wanted to talk about with Murakumo, so it's just us two. School is deserted since the disciplinary committee is done with their rounds for the day. The wind sows as it blows through the campus. I guess how you pronounce it. I don't fucking know. Michiru gently stirs. Oh, that's a bloody adorable CG. Oh, you're awake. She raises her head and looks around to examine her surroundings. I like actually how similar they look. It's a nice touch since for some reason a lot of fucking VNs don't do that. Yeah, go back to sleep. It's already over for the day. Nah, that's not it. There was nothing more to talk about. Yeah, so don't sweat it. She doesn't respond after that. I didn't feel her nodding either. I'm sure she's mulling over it. She probably feels awkward about it since she said all that stuff about helping out and then falling asleep early. She wants to give some sort of excuse but can't find the right words for it. It's that kind of silence. Really, there's no need to push yourself so hard. It's not like we're trying to exclude you or treat you like an outsider. You get that, don't you? Right, so you don't need to worry about something like that. Yeah. Her power going rampant. Both of us are painfully aware of what Louis mentioned. Yeah, we should consider ourselves lucky that it was Murakumo whom you met in the dream world. Who knows what would have happened if she ran into someone like the principal instead. I don't know if a similar thing could happen to a homunculi, but I heard that she was in the dream world too when we went, so I can't discount it entirely. You managed to transport yourself all the way here because you wished for it, right? Can't you hold yourself back? Oh,
松
fair.
木さんも言ってたじゃない。自分のこと棚にあげるのは良くない。こんなわけわかんない学園であんな変なの敵に回して何とかしようとしてる時点でお兄ちゃんだって無茶してるし、僕に心配かけてるんだからね。それを僕だけ我慢しろってずるい。
Yeah, I see. Alright. I think back to Muko's expression at the time and smile of Riley. I'm probably making the same expression now. It's a good thing that Michiru's on my back right now so she can't see my face. Sorry, I guess we're both at fault.
そうだよ。だから無理なんだからね。心配するなんてそんなの。
Yeah. It's out of the question. If she asked me not to worry about her, it'd be an unreasonable request. Alright, I won't ask you to go home right away anymore, but at least promise me that you won't recklessly try to use your power.
わかってる。できそうってちゃんと思わないときはやめとく。
That would help a lot. I'm hoping that she never has to use it. Nah, she mustn't use it. I don't want to experience a repeat of that. I feel like part of the story now is going to revolve around him just being overprotective when Michiru needs to use her powers for something or something. I want to experience a repeat of that. After that, a week passed with neither progress nor incident.
手がかりないね。
そもそも以前に20年前の手がかりを得られたのも偶然でしたから。
Muko picks up the flyer with the Muko picks up the flyer with the cute illustration on it off the desk. It's an advertisement for the school festival from back then, and it's the only remnant from 20 years ago, which we found entirely by chance in the storeroom in the back of the
あ
library.
の倉庫も徹底的に探してみましたが、やはりこれ以外のものは出てきませんでした。それだけ学園側が念入りに20年前の情報を隠したということなのでしょうね。
風紀の記録もだ。ミブさんが随分念入りに調べてくれたんだがな。
Tsubaki's busy with disciplinary committee work and hasn't shown up here yet. Heidi and Louis are still in the midst of testing whatever Louis mentioned before. For the record, Michiru is, as usual, sleeping away most of the
か
day.
なり隅々まで徹底的に探したつもりなんだけどね。何にも出てこないね。
そこまで知られたくないことってなんだろうな。
This chair is honestly far more comfortable. I just wish, you know, it wasn't broken. I don't like this chair. This chair sucks. Yeah, like, it should actually work better instead of constantly slipping off.
そうだよね。一番の大事は隠してないのに。
は？
なんか火事があって生徒が大勢亡くなったんでしょ。これは一大事だよね。学園からしたら不祥事どころじゃないよね。まあそりゃそうだね。でもそれ自体は隠さなかった。
いや、そりゃ火事で生徒が死んだなんて隠しようがなくね。
けど行方不明の人たちは遺体も何も見つかってないんだよね。
ああ、だから生きてんじゃねえかって話になったわけだろ。
そう。じゃあ亡くなっちゃった人の遺体はなんで隠さなかったんだろう。全部隠して謎の落雷があって校舎が燃えました、生徒が大勢行方不明ですって神隠しみたいな事件にはしなかったんだね。
神隠し。つまり不祥事そのものを隠蔽する意思はなかった。
単にしなかったじゃなくてできなかったなの。
Muko traces her shapely chin with her fingers. Her brain is running at dizzying speeds.
ここって何 何か重要なのかな。
わかんない。私はなんか気になっただけなんだけど。
She turns to face Muko as she says that. Lost in her own thoughts, Muko suddenly looks up at her.
どちら
at
だと
us.
思いますか？できなかったのか、しなかったのか。
なも火事の原因も行方不明の生徒を隠した張本人もわかんねえのに。
そこを含めての推測です。もちろん情報量が足りていないのは分かっていますが、まず大前提として行方不明の生徒たちは20年間誰にも見つからず、夜の生徒として魂を下ろせる状態で隠されている模様です。これは尋常な魔術ではないと思います。
そんなことできるの、やっぱりマギエだよね。
Lazlet. She's the one who founded the school in the first
いや
place.
でもそのラズリット本人も火事に巻き込まれて死んでんだろ。
Did she though?
真っ先に亡くなったとは限らないじゃない。まだ生きてる人を隠すとか逃がすとかする暇くらいあったかも。
そうですね。ラズリットの可能性はまだ否定できないでしょう。
ああ、そうか。
そして隠された人たちをこの時代に無理やり復活させようとしているのは学園長たち。これは間違いありません。ここで最初の疑問に戻ります。火事そのものは隠蔽しなかったのか、できなかったのか。
I personally think that we're unable to. However, I'm going to open the guide. What the fuck? I don't know why it's so hilarious when the music just starts glitching the fuck out. Something funny about that, in my opinion. Okay, they were unable to, yeah, that's the right option. They were unable to.
私もそう思います。
どうして？
The ones working to revive the missing students are homunculi. Homunculi act according to the master's wishes. If they were never ordered to cover up the fire, they wouldn't be able to do so. And since Lazaret died in the accident, they couldn't do it in the end.
ラズリットが死ぬ前に学園長たちにそういう命令は出してなかったってことか。
いえ、学園長たちを作った主人がイコールラズリットであるかはまだ不確定ですが、
ラズリット以外にあんなの作れるか？
その時代に他にマギエがいなかったという証拠はまだないでしょう。
まあ今ここにだって私と姫ちゃんとルイさんとミチルちゃんって。
そういや、
もし学園長たちの主人が別の人でも、その人も火事で亡くなってるのかな。
そんな気がするな。火事を隠しなさいって命じてないっぽいってだけじゃなくてさ、なんていうか今の学園長たちが命じられてやってることって後ろで誰かがずっと指示してる感がなさすぎない？
そうですね。誰かがずっと操っているとしたら、20年前から夜の生徒を昼の生徒に降ろして強引に蘇らせなさいと 命令し続けていることになりますね。
それはなんていうか人間味がなさすぎるね。
So they've stuck to this outrageous plan because there's no longer anyone who can order them
ハ
to
イター
stop.
スプライトの騒ぎと少し似た雰囲気を感じませんか？曖昧な命令のせいで予想外の事態が引き起こされた。
Yeah, now you mention that.
今のはまだ全て推測に過ぎませんが。
そうだね。学園長たちは命令がなかったからできなかったって言い方で合ってると思うけど、ご主人様の方は不祥事全部もみ消せなんてひどい命令はしなかったのかもしれないもんね。何もーちゃん。
いえ、ムツキ、やっぱりあなたにはかないません。
何それ。わか
るわかる。花立さんいい人だ。
そっかな。
This part of her is kind of like Umaru. In the face of a serious conjecture, she says something that's full of kindness. It's fun seeing Muko weak to that. It's funny seeing Muko weak to that, and I can't help but stifle a
と
laugh.
りあえず
She noticed. She glares at me out of the corner of her eye and tries to get the conversation back on track.
こう手がかりがないのでは推測にすら限度があります。
探せるところはほとんど探したしな。で、なんか他に手があるのか？
こうなれば最終手段です。
何
20年前の手がかりを得られそうなミストがないか、リトさんに聞いてみましょう。
That really is a last resort.
私だってできれば使いたくなかったですよ。
代償だのなんだのめんどくせえから。
けどそんなミストあるの？
それは聞いてみないことには。
The phone in the office rings, interrupting Muko mid-sentence. She doesn't seem fazed by it and quickly picks up the
はい、
receiver.
特殊事案調査分室ですが。
違うか。
As always, Louis is going through a bunch of books while not even acknowledging my presence. After flipping through a couple of pages and not finding what he was looking for, he puts the book back on the shelf and then, after a bit of contemplation, moves on to a completely different shelf.
何を探しているのかくらい教えてくれてもいいの？
That way I could do something to help out. It'd improve our chances of finding it. Yet Louis pays me no heed as I follow behind him, wandering among the bookshelves. I know that it's because he hates having others, in this case me, follow him down a rabbit hole.
でもはためには私が全く頼りにならないからとでも思われてるみたいじゃないの。
If I complained about it, I'm sure this sharp-tongued butler would just scoff and say as if I
おか
care.
げでここ数日分室の方にも顔を出せてないから向こうの進展具合もわからないままだし。
It's probably safe to assume that they haven't, since they would have told us if anything came up. Even so, I've gotten tired of following Louis around as he navigates through these bookshelves like a tropical fish swimming through coral
さ
reefs.
っき古賀が通りかかった時に声でもかければよかったかしら。
He didn't notice us and went straight to the bureau. So small talk would have taken his mind off the lack of progress at least.
やはり。いや、不十分か。
You hear him muttering to himself again and can't help but let out a discontented noise.
何か言ったか？
He closed the book he was reading in response to me for once. It might have been that I got lucky with the timing and it was just as he was done
ずっと
reading.
何を探してるの？それくらい教えてくれないかしら。
言ってなかったか？
一言も聞いてないわよ。
I hurriedly follow Louis as he
言っ
walks
たつもり
off.
になってたの？それじゃあ今まで私が何もしてないのを見て。
気づかなかった。あ、この辺かな。
He's reaching for another book, so I stare at him up close from the side before he can start ignoring
何
me.
を探してるの？教えてくれてもいいでしょ？
猫を連れてくる方法。教えたぞ。分かったら邪魔する。
He pushes me on the forehead to force me back.
猫？
What do cats have to do with this situation? Cats, Mutsubaki's face pops
い
into
や
my
ま
mind.
さかこの状況で彼女を喜ばせる方法を探してるわけがないわ。
He wouldn't ignore the incident from 20 years ago to do something so strange. This is Dewey we're talking about.
何か理由があるのね。何かの魔術に必要だとか。
Maybe there's some way to search in places humans can't by using them as familiars or magical vehicles?
そうね。ルイのことだから、そういう絡めて的な作戦も思いつきそうだわ。
If it doesn't succeed, it'll have been a huge waste of time, which would explain why he didn't mention anything to the others. In that case, perhaps I should try finding a cat somewhere while he's researching.
ねえ、ルイ。だったら私。
ああ、そうだな。
でしょ？じゃあすぐに。
大至急だぞ。部屋にあったはずだろ。
部屋に？
何を驚いているんだ。この間破壊した魔法陣の写しは取ってあっただろう。
魔法陣？写し？確かに部屋にあるはずだけど。
それを取ってきてくれと言ってるんだ。行くと言っただろう。急げ。
わかったわよ。
I have no idea how we went from cast to magic circles, but I can't do anything about that. It seems to be important, and he probably wouldn't explain even if I asked, so I rush out of the library to go to the east dorm. That smiling makes it so I can't fucking trust her anymore.
ごきげんよう。
Just as I enter the dormitory lobby, I run into Kurdani and Maya as she is coming down the stairs. If I remember correctly, she's Koga Mitsuyoshi's classmate and she loves rumors.
噂が好きならもしかして。ねえ、ちょっと聞いてもいいかしら？何？この寮で猫を飼ってらっしゃる人って。
猫？いないと思うよ。一応ペットは禁止だから。
そう。だったら何か猫を連れてくるというか。
猫？飼いたいの？
私がではなく欲しがってる人がいるの。
そっか。街に出られればペットショップ行けばいいだろうけど。
外出はちょっと。
だよね。休暇の時期はまだだしね。
That's not the problem here, but I don't speak up since explaining would be much too troublesome.
また旅で釣るって、そのまた旅がないか。
また旅？植物よね。
猫が酔っ払うんだよ。
ええ、知ってるわ。ハーブにもキャットニップという似た効果のものがあるの。
そうなんだ。また旅以外にもあるんだ。知らなかった。
I feel like catnip is wider spread than silver vine.
でもあいにく今キャットニップは持ち合わせがないのよね。
Now imagine we need to attract cats, so I didn't include it in the perfume ingredients I brought with me. Definitely have some back home.
取り寄せてる暇はないわよね。この辺に植わってもなさそうだし。
他はそうだね。魚？
餌で釣るということ？
そう。でもこの辺ってそもそも野良猫あんまり見かけないな。
そうね。
Rather, if there were me, Tsubaki would already be constantly visiting them.
椿がそういう行動に出ていないってことは学園周辺にはいないのね。
That would be why Louis is looking for some sort of spell to obtain one.
でも取ってこいって言ってた魔法陣の写しって。
何？どうしたの？
ごめんなさい。私お使いの途中だったのを思い出したわ。すぐ行かなきゃ。
そうだったんだ。じゃあね。
失礼します。
She told me to hurry, and yet I got lost in a conversation about cats.
写しけどあれ猫と何の関係があるのかしら。
面白い人だな。そういえば珍しく羊さんと一緒じゃなかったんだ。
Something fell.
ってなんだろうこれ。猫の置物？
Oh no.
かわいい。アーデルハイトさんの落とし物かな。
ああ、吉田さんでしたか。
Seems that our classmate Yoshida Sawada is on the other end of the line. You can hear her somewhat panicked voice leaking out from the receiver.
すみません。マーヤちゃんそっちに行ってたりしませんか？
黒谷さんですか？いいえ、来られてませんし、もう起量時間はとっくに過ぎてますから。
そのはずなんですけど。
どうしたんです？まさか姿が見えないということですか？
You turn to face each other, shocked by the news. Korodani's missing.
そうなんです。帰ってこないし、寮の中探してもいないし。
落ち着いて、吉田さん。帰ってこないという。
ごめんなさい。最初ジュース買ってくるって部屋を出てったんです。
ジュース。寮の1階ロビーにある自販機。
はい、そうです。なのにやけに遅いからどうしたのかなって見に行ってみたら、入れ違ったのかと思って部屋に戻ってみてもやっぱりいなくて、それで探してるんですけど見つからないんです。心配しすぎかと思ったんですけど、寮から出るわけないのにどこ行ったんだろうって気になって。
わかりました。私たちの方でも探してみましょう。
すみません、ありがとうございます。
いえいえ、吉田さんは部屋にいてください。戻ってくるかもしれませんし。
はい、わかりました。
ね、それでは。だいたい聞こえていたかもしれませんが、黒谷さんの姿が見えないそうです。
じゃあすぐにその子探しちゃ
お願いします。何事もなければいいですが、この学園はとにかく油断できませんから。
With a jingle noise, Sumi takes out the key of Giannis that's hanging around her neck, talking to someone. It's a mist with the power to immediately open the door to any place or any person you have in
うだ
mind.
よね。じゃあ早速って。あ、私じゃダメだ。その子の顔わかんない。
ああ、じゃあ俺がやるわ。鍵1回くらいなら余裕だし、持ってるし。
One key originally belonged to the principal, but we had the bureau acquired it, and now the two siblings each have a copy.
そうですね。私も一度なら平気ですが、村雲くんの方が安全でしょうね。
In exchange for her high magical resistance, Muko possesses a little amount of mana. She may have enough for one use, but if she tried to use the key a second time, it wouldn't work unless the target were close by. As for me, my mana levels can't even be considered low. I have none. Hanatate has never met Kurodani before either, so the obvious choice here is to have Murakumo handle it.
じゃあしーちゃんお願い。
わかった。黒谷の目の前に急に扉が開いたらまずいよな。そっと覗くか。
一応そうしてください。
ああ。黒谷。
He takes out his copy of the key and walks up to the bureau office door. Someone with strong mana like Sumi can open the door in midair, but Murakumo's playing it safe and using a physical door.
庭か？
Garden.
庭園に見えるんだが。あれ？誰もいねえぞ。
そんなはずないよ。
She's turned into a cat. It's a repeat of the thing that happened in the Tsubaki story.
だってよ、ほら。
He opens the door fully, which was only a crack open until now. On the other side is definitely the school garden.
本当だ。
人影はないですね。
なんでだろう。ヤヌスの鍵が反応したってことは間違いなくここにいるはずだけど。
Are you sure you picked the right person?
な初歩的なミスするか。全校生徒の顔と名前は把握してるのを知ってんだろ。
Yeah, so why did this happen?
異常事態と見た方がいいですね。二手に分かれましょう。ここに繋がったということは庭園を探すべき。この事態についてはリトさんにも聞いてみるべきだと思います。
鍵がおかしくなってないかとか、なんか変なミストが暴れてないかとか。
ええ、そうです。それから20年前の出来事を探ることができる
Your last resort.
危険な方法ではありますが、学園内の捜索はもう手詰まりですから。そういうわけで古賀くんと村雲くんはリトさんのところへお願いします。
Oh yes, wouldn't it be better option to come when it wouldn't you be the better option when it comes to talking about mists?
君はいざとなったら宝物庫へ入れますから。
I see, okay.
じゃあ私たちは庭探し？
ええ。あ、いえ、ムツキはリトさんに会っておいた方がいいでしょう。
ああ、挨拶してこよっか。
Now she mentions it, those two haven't met yet.
私と獅子ヶ谷さんで庭園だね。
ええ、行きましょう。
The two girls walk to the open door in the garden. Monokuma closes it after them and removes the key, turning it back to a normal door. All right then, let's get going to Shizuka and
ちゃん
Hanatate.
言うな。
あれ、むっちゃんは？
Huh? I believe I forgot about the
お
nickname.
う、自分で命名しといてどうした？
What's with some aggressiveness? Sorry, give me some more time to get used to it.
しょうがないな。
Anyway, let's get a move on.
行こ
She takes the lead and leaves
う。
the
頑
office.
張るよ。
なんであんなにやる気満々なんだ？
Was that motivation that led her to join in the first place, though? So, was that motivation that led her to join in the first place, though? We still haven't made much progress with our investigation.
二人とも早く。
I'm gonna just fucking swap chairs for a little bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I guess it makes sense. I have not been feeling good when it comes to my back ever since I started using that chair. So I'm gonna just bite the bullet and deal with having issues leaning back. Now I can actually just lower my fucking webcam again. We're coming!
いいけどよ。
Oh yeah, it is way better. Oh, that chair is so fucking uncomfortable. Rito, you here?
呼んだ？
We're all walking among the bookshelves and peering down the aisles between them. As we're walking amongst the bookshelves and peering down the aisles between them, Rito appears from behind the bookshelves furthest back. Hey Rito, she's Hanatate Mutsuki.
リトだ。やっほー。
あら、花立むつき。久しぶりね。
Oh, you two know each other.
そういや、2年になる直前まで図書館に出入りしてたんだから、リト知らないってことはねえわな。
So that's what you meant by saying hi. I always forget that Muko and Hanatate are my seniors.
俺もなんだがな。
Nothing would change even if I remembered that you were.
雑だな、扱いが。
私久しぶりって感覚も微妙にないんだよね。意識なかったから。
そうらしいわね。でも異常はなさそう。
おかげさまでね。
Not only do two girls know each other, they seem to be good friends
それで
too.
挨拶に来てくれたの？
それもあるんだけど、ちょっと聞きたいこともあるんだ。
何かしら？
Just to make sure, the key of Giannis normally wouldn't malfunction, right?
ありえないわね。もちろん魔力が足りていなければ。
Then why didn't we see Kurudani
扉が
anywhere?
開いた瞬間、どっかにワープして行っちゃったとか？そんなミストあるの？
瞬間的に別の場所へ移動するミストの中で最も汎用性が高いのはヤヌスの鍵よ。
いや、それだと黒谷がなぜかもう一本ヤヌスの鍵持ってることになっちまう。
あの鍵って全部で何本あるの？
今この学園には2本のはずよ。
霞が持ってるのと俺がさっき使ったやつだけだよな。
Is it possible that there is a
私の
third?
記録には2本となってるのだけれど。
じゃあやっぱ黒谷が持ってるわけねえよ。
それに鍵使ったなら村雲くんが扉を開けた時はギリギリ後ろ姿とか見えるんじゃない？
Yeah, and if she already used it, the door would have taken us there directly.
鍵の線はまあ薄いよな。そもそも2本しかないはずだし。
じゃあ別のミストなのかな？
Could be something else entirely. Maybe she just happened to fall somewhere we couldn't see, and Muko and Sumi have found her already.
その程度の話ならいいけどな。
質問はそれだけかしら。
No, one more thing. We want to know what happened when the fire broke out 20 years
20
ago.
年前。私の記録にもそれは残っていない。
Yeah, we know. It was actually a special homunculus. Her creator is none other than Kral Lazalit, whose name came up during our meeting the other day. Anita's main body is actually the giant book she's carrying, which is an index of all the myths and records of the school. However, records pertaining to 20 years ago were blotted out with magic ink. Someone deliberately erased those events from her memory. You're wondering if there's a mist that could look into the
ある
past.
わよ。
あんのか。
相変わらずの即答だね。
What kind of mist is it
名
then?
前はアンブリエル。双子のための思い出のペンとして作られたミストで、条件さえクリアすれば過去を知ることができるの。
Twins have to use it probably. Fill us in on all the details. Shape and effects.
形状は2本の羽ペンとインク壺がセットになったもの。
Pens and ink.
ええ、普段は箱に入っているわ。そしてこのミストは過去の人物の記憶を筆記することができるの。これによって過去の出来事を探ることが可能よ。
What else should we ask about? How to
具
use
体
it?
的にはどうやって使うの？
使用には過去、あなたたちが探りたい時代にその場にいた人物の持ち物が必要になるの。
持ち物は？ただでさえ手がかりねえってのに。
羽ペンに魔力を込めてペン先で軽く持ち物を叩くの。それから羽ペンを何かしら紙の上に置くと自動筆記を始めるわ。
What are those notes going to
そ
be?
の持ち主の過去の記憶よ。これによって過去の出来事を知ることができる。
What else should we ask about? Ask about its
危険
compensation.
とかないのか。使うのに異常な魔力がいるとか代償とか。
適切に使用する分には危険はないミストよ。必要な魔力の量はどれだけ過去に遡るかによるわね。
What do you mean by
決めら
appropriately?
れた使用法の通りに使えばということ。魔力のない人が触れても動かないから勝手に発動することはそもそもないはずよ。
I see, that sounds pretty safe.
ミストの危険性は低そうだけど、でも20
The
年
flyer?
前の人の持ち物なんてあるかな。ただでさえ手がかりも何も出てこないのに。
We can deal with that later. Let's get our hands on that mist first. Just have to look for a book with pens inside, right?
宝物庫か。てめえは普通に入って出れるんだよな。
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me.
心配なんざしてねえけどな。
はいはい、宝物庫にレッツゴー。
He strikes me and Murakumo on the back with her two hands and pushes it in the direction of the treasury.
ありがとね。
いいえ、いつでも来るといいわ。
Actually, could he use the fucking Umbriel or whatever it was called? Umbriel, yeah. On Rita herself. I'll probably be back later to get a more thorough explanation on how to use
そう
it.
なら待ってるわ。
おほう、これが宝物庫か。
We got down the flight of stairs located at the back of the library. That's where the treasury is. At first glance, there's nothing more than a faint light and no door or anything blocking the way.
本当だ、なんか弾かれる。
He only moves a finger forward and quickly pulls it back. It'll be sent flying if you get any closer than that. It's happened to Omoto once before.
オッケーオッケー、下がっとく。
Well, I'll be back.
いってらっしゃい。
早くしろよ。
I haven't set foot in the treasury since the time I followed the principal here. Mists with sealing talismans plastered on them are lying around everywhere. Let's see, a pair of pens and an ink ball. Look around to try and find something resembling it, but it's really hard when most of them are tightly ramped with talismans. Shoot, I forgot about that. You said that they're normally inside a box. That means it's a rectangular shaped object here. There's no way I can tell which one has pens and ink inside. Sorry, they're all wrapped with talismans that I can't tell.
んだよそりゃ。
You forgot about that too, didn't you?
自信満々に入ってったからわかるのかと思うじゃねえかよ。
Having left the treasury, I talked to them and Murakumo looks annoyed. It's impossible without knowing how big the box is or what it even looks like.
じゃあリトに聞きに戻ろっか。
It's laughable, but we dejectedly return to the library.
お嬢様じゃねえか。何さ。
Heading in the direction of the voice, we find Heidi lashing out at Louis.
猫ってにゃーって鳴く猫のことじゃなかったの？
当たり前だろう。なぜこのタイミングで猫？
何の話だ。
Murakumo thinks aloud after hearing their nonsensical conversation, and the two of them notice
いた
us.
のか？何か分かったか？
Mukus decided we're going to with our last resort.
上等だ。で、あったのか？
それで分かっちゃうルイさんがすごいよね。
恐れ入れます。
Realizing that Hanatate is with us, Louis gives a polite bow and befitting
ち
a
ょっと
buckler.
待ちなさい。最終手段って何？
この学園で最終手段といえばラズリットの集めたミストしかないでしょう。察しがつかない方が想像力に問題があると存じますが。
鈍くて悪かったわね。
揉めないでよ。ルイさんってば敬語でも言ってることのひどさ一緒だよね。
そうなのよ。無駄に丁寧な分腹が立つったら。
まあまあ落ち着いて。
It doesn't seem like Hanatate minds Louis' behavior at all, though. I don't think pretending to be polite is gonna get you anywhere.
そのようだ。
Leaving Heidi to Hanatate, Louis turns to ask me
それ
again.
でミストは
According to Rito, yes.
見つからないのか？
The ceiling talismans are in the way, so I can't tell which one is which. We're on our way back to Rito to ask for more specifics. When I say that, he sighs and slumps his
バ
shoulders.
カだな。最初から相談すればいいのに。
古賀のバカは否定しねえけど、相談してどうにかなるのかよ。
Shizuka, I need to have a word with you after.
もう少し詳しくミストの形状と効果を説明してくれ。
名前はアンブリエルだったかな。2本のペンとインク壺で過去のことを調べられるって聞いたけど。
Kibirigi knows us. I'm not surprised though. You just said that it's normally inside a box now. What good is asking about that?
その魔術道具を呼んでやる。以前俺は無意識にミストを呼び寄せてしまったことがあっただろう。
Yeah, that weird lamp, right? The one that causes a monkey light to shrink when it
形
glows.
状や用途をきちんと意識すれば意図的にミストを呼び寄せることもできると思う。マギアだからな。
I was about to say that's bullshit because La Gestia didn't appear, but then I remembered no, it didn't appear because Momoka had it. He extends his hands as he says that. Suddenly, without any warning or context, a box falls into his palms. Louis casually opens it. Inside is 2 pens and an ink
これ
bottle.
か？
これだ。リトが言ってた通り。
That was amazing.
まあ別にマギエではなくともこの学園の中ならば普通の人間でも目的と波長が合えば呼べると思うが、それでお前たちはこれまでも散々苦労してきたんだろう。
Yeah.
苦労が増したのはこいつのせいだけどな。
I had no choice! If I didn't do anything, Omaru and Hanatate's body would have been seriously injured.
窓から落っこちたのを受け止めようとして銅像を踏み壊したら、それが封印だったんだよね。もーちゃんに聞いた。
銅像って踏んだら壊れるものでしたっけ？
No, they can't.
古賀がバカ力なんだろ。
Shut it! It's the school's fault for not fixing it!
改めて封印し直すとなると、この学園では大変なのではないかしら。
だろうな。
Huh? What do you mean?
複雑な魔術結界が多いからな、この学園は。それが互いに干渉したり影響しないよう緻密に計算されて配置してある。銅像の結界とやらを直そうと思っても他の結界に引っかかるので簡単には直せないんじゃないかということだ。
Oh, I see.
とりあえずこのミストは渡しておくぞ。俺はまだ調べたいことがある。
Alright, thanks. After accepting the box from him, I closed the lid.
でもこれ20年前の人の持ち物もいるんだよね。
それを探す方がやっぱ手間だな。
それも読んだらパッと飛んできてくれればいいのにね。
Ah,
なんだ
Louis, could I ask you to summon one mist?
仕方ないな。
With a somewhat bitter expression, he
何を呼
agrees.
べばいい？
Height us bright.
あいつかよ。
It's perfect for the job, no?
なんだそれは。
It looks like a pocket watch, and a fairy appears when you open it. The fairy is able to search for anything.
あ、それももーちゃんに聞いたことある。そっか、妖精さんに探してもらえばいいね。
ちゃんと指示しないと大変なことになるけどな。
なるほどな。
He holds out his hand again. Within seconds, a pocket watch appears in it.
これか？
Yep,
ルイ
thanks a bunch.
さん、猫型万能ロボットみたいだね。
あんなに優しくなくてよ。
あんなに丸くもないし抜けてもいないし、なんとかいう和菓子に異常に執着する趣味もない。
You sure know a lot about it.
留学先で放送されていたから。
ああ、傍らにいるのが非常に手間のかかるお調子者であるという部分だけは否定できないな。
ほら、あの方、こんな嫌味言いませんでしょ。
そうだね。うん、ごめん。
You really helped us out. Thanks again. See you later.
ああ、リトにもう一回詳しく使い方聞きに行こうぜ。
The unproductive argument will only continue if we stay for any longer, so we hurriedly try to leave.
待て、付き合おう。
調
Why?
べ物は？
まだ途中だが、そちらのミストの効果次第では必要なくなるかもしれないから、先に見てみた方が効率が良さそうだ。それに、どのみちそいつを動かすのには魔力が必要だろう。
Yeah, definitely. Sumi's out looking for Kordani with Moko, and Tsubaki's busy with work, and Michiru's asleep. All of our Magi are occupied, so I might not have the mana necessary for asking the fairy to help. Glad to have you with us. We return to the bureau office after Rito answers all of our questions. Doesn't seem to be any harder to use than what you initially told us, and with the magically skilled Louis and Heidi with us, we shouldn't have any problems.
ならまず、ハイタースプライトだな。
Yeah, if you could, without anything belonging to someone from 20 years ago, this other mist is useless. Nodding, he opens the pocket watch.
探し
Small, familiar figure flies out of the pocket watch, fluttering above Louis'
物
head.
探すよ。何でも探すよ。うわー、かわいいね。
見た目はな。
何探すの？ねえねえ。
20年前にこの学園にいて、学園で起きた火事のことを詳しく知っていそうな人物の持ち物を探してくれ。
Unperturbed by the fairy's excitement, Louis indifferently tells it what to look for.
20年前の火事の詳しく知ってる人の。
Repeating what Louis told it, the fairy flies all over the office, tracing out large arcs.
おい、これ大丈夫か？情報量多すぎて混乱してないか？
ミストに情報量が多いだのなんだのなんて概念はないと思うが。
じゃあなんで分室の中飛び回ってん
Can't
だ？
find anything.
俺に聞かれても知るか。
20年代。
Flies behind the bookshelf while singing that out loud.
あれ、大丈夫？
何か ゴソゴソしてますけど。
The fairy flies out from behind the bookshelf. In its arm is what looks to be a ragged scrap of cloth.
どうぞ。
Looks like a fucking casting seal from Dark Souls 3. The fairy presents it to Louis.
何なんだ？
ゴムのようだが。
Rubber?
あ、これ水風船じゃない？破れちゃってるけど、模様とかもそんな感じ。
風船？あはあ、そういえばそうみたい。
Water balloons are a common sight during festivals. It definitely feels like one. The design certainly resembles those found on water balloons.
なんで分室から出てくるんだ？
わからんが、20年前の関係者がここにいたことがあるのだろうな。
しかもなんで水風船なんだろうね。他には探し物は？
The fairy flaps its wings around as if around us as we all look at the balloon puzzled.
他の持ち主で同じものがあれば探してくれ。
Do we need to?
ペンは2本あるからな。なければ1人分で仕方ないが、あるに越したことはないだろう。
Saying that, the fairy circles around the room once and then heads to the door. Skillfully puts its hand on the doorknob and turns it.
あいつ扉開けられるんだな。
It had to have been able to in order to wreak that much havoc throughout the school. Talking is hard.
見つけたよ。
That was fast! We thought that it would take a while since it only just left, but it promptly returns and opens the door once
今度は
again.
何かな？はーい、探し物だよ。
What the fairy brings back is Rito. Huh, Rito. What? Rito? Huh? What does this mean?
ハイタースプライト確認するぞ。
何？
これは間違いなく俺が頼んだ探し物なんだな。
そうだよ。20年前の火事のことを詳しく知ってる人の持ち物だよ。
持ち物って
ミストにとってはホムンクルスは物だ。そこに引っかかるな。
ああ、そういう意味なんだ。
私が必要なのかしら。
Sorry, as you heard, we asked the fairy to look for something that belonged to someone from 20 years ago.
それは理解しているわ。ハイタースプライトは正常に作動している。
だろうな。あなたは確かクラール・ラズリットが制作したホムンクルスと聞いている。
ええ、そうよ。
The reasoning then would be that she's being treated as one of Lazulit's belongings. Lazulit died in the fire 20 years ago. It fits the guidelines that Louis gave to the mist perfectly.
リトを持ち物ってことにしても、このペンのミストって問題なく動くの？
動くわよ。
Well, I guess that's okay.
なんか複雑だけどな。
動かしてみるの？
Nah, let's wait until Mook and the others are back.
ならハイタースプライトはもういいな。
あれ？探し物は？
終わりだ。
もっと探すよ。
封印の札は？
ああ、俺が持ってる。
なら頼む。
探すよ。もっと探。
The fairy disappears once Louis closes the lid of the pocket watch.
ちょっとかわいそうだけど、しょうがないんだよね。
魔術道具は不要なら封印しておくのが鉄則だ。
だよね。
When I think back to the commotion that fairy caused, it scares me to leave it unsealed, even if Louis is the one using it. After receiving the pocket watch from Louis, Murakumo slits his finger with a small pocket knife and smears his blood over an intricately patterned talisman. He blazes the talisman against the mist and decides to chant to seal it. Yes, we get it. You don't need the animation either. With a whoosh, the talisman wraps around the pocket watch and seals it. Now, White Sprite can't be summoned by anyone for a while. Here's something coming from behind and turn around to look. Oh, the door wasn't shut. Maybe I heard the sound of the wind pushing it open. But wait, how can there be wind when we're in the basement? What could have... What's wrong? Hey, Kurodani!
いや、こいつどっから、机の上走
Cat, which seems to have come in through the open door, leaps onto the desk. Perhaps startled by our voices, it jumps and runs away. That was close. The box containing the mist was on the verge of falling after being kicked away by the cat, and I rushed to grab the ink bottle. What would we have done if it broke?
箱は
It's safe. Huh, where'd the pens go?
一本は掴んだ。
もう一本か。その辺に転がってないか。
こっちにはないみたいですけど。
どこに落ちたの？リト、ペンそっちに転がってない？
逃げてしまったみたいよ。
You mean the cat? That doesn't matter right
ペン
now.
が
Huh?
ペン先が毛に絡まったのかしらね。
Wait.
リト、何の話して。
ペンでしょ？
毛に絡まったというのはまさか。
猫にぶら下がっていたわよ。
Could you have said that earlier?
って聞かれなかったから
Kind of think of it, Rito didn't respond at all until Hanatate asked directly.
これだからホムンクルスは。
This is the time to be complaining about how homunculi work. We have to get that pen back!
探そう。
ハイタースプライト。
おっせえよ、当分使えねえよ。
The talisman's effect lasts 3 days if I remember
この
correctly.
札剥がしてもダメなの？
札は触媒に過ぎないから剥がしたところで発動した魔術の効果は消えないわ。
なぜこんなことになるんだ。毎回必要以上に事態が厄介になる。なぜなんだ。
Welcome to fucking Lapis Lazuli Academy, or whatever it's fucking called. Why are you walking up to me?
お前たちの魂に何か問題があって厄介事を引き寄せているとしか思えなくなってきた。
Even so, we don't have time to be investigating that now.
追いかけるぞ、猫。
オッケー。リト、猫がどっち行ったか見てた？
図書館。
そりゃそうだろうな。
その先までは目で追えなかったわ。見えないし。
だよな。そうだよな。くそ、また学園中探し回るのかよ。
It always ends up like this. Louis might just be right on the money.
見当たりませんね。
Murako and I enter the garden and look around the vicinity, but there's not a single person in sight other than
こ
Korodani.
っちにもいないよ。
こちらもです。
Thinking that she might have fallen into the shrubbery or something that is difficult to spot, we expand the area of our search to no avail.
ヤヌスの鍵は反応したのに。
なんかこう瞬間移動するミストか何かを作動させちゃって制御できなくてポンポン飛び回ってるとか？
だとしたら魔力が尽きて危険なことになってしまいますね。でもおそらく本能的に元いた場所へ戻ろうとはするでしょう。偶然東レオへ飛んで戻っているかもしれません。
行ってみようか。戻ってればそれでミストを封印しちゃえばいいし。
And now that the two of us make our way to the east dormitory, we look around as we're walking to see if Korodani is around, but we don't see her at all. Arriving at Yoshida's room, she opens the door for us, looking extremely worried.
ここまで探しながら来たのですが、残念ながら見当たりませんでした。こちらにも戻っていないのですね。
She looks dejected. It's to be expected. While she may not completely remember it, she has accidentally activated the mist before. Mana is a property of the soul, so that experience is still engraved within her.
黒谷さんが何か異常な事態に巻き込まれたのではないかと本能的に感じているのかも。
どうしましょう。やっぱり私も探した方が。
いえ、それでは黒谷さんが戻った場合、彼女があなたを心配するでしょう。あなたはここで待っていてください。捜索は私たちが。
そうですね。わかりました。お願いします。
She gives a deep
特査
bow.
全員で探していますから任せておいてください。
はい、ありがとうございます。
With that, we leave Yoshida's room.
主の鍵が誤作動したのかな。
それは可能性が低いと思います。今まで意図したところと違う場所に出たことはないでしょう。
うん、そんなこと起きたことないけど。
でしょ。ミストが本来と違う働きをした。庭園には遮蔽物も多い。大きな木の陰などにいて死角になっていただけかもしれません。
そうだね。最初見つからないようにってちょっと慎重に開けたから、その間に移動してたのに気づかなかったのかな。
もう一度鍵を使ってみましょう。
いいよ。でも私じゃ黒谷さんのところへは行けないから。
リトさんに一度なら確実に使えると聞いていますから大丈夫です。
そっか。じゃあ、はい。
Taking the key from Morocco, I tried to use it on the dorm's front door. The key shouldn't be able to fit, but it goes in smoothly and I can hear the sound of a lock being opened when I turn it. I can feel my consciousness fading
魔力が
slightly.
吸い取られる感覚。これだけは何度経験しても慣れませんね。
I've heard that depleting a mana will not make you faint as long as it's not overdrawn. It might be because I have less mana than others, but I've always been sensitive to it being taken away. Perhaps it's a warning from my body saying that I'm almost at my limit. I place a hand on the doorknob and open the door.
あれ、また
これは中庭ですね。
It's a different location. This time it's in a courtyard. We quickly pass through the door and close it before anyone else can notice. Monakuma takes a few steps forward and calls out Kurodani's name. Walking after her, I slip, or so I thought, but I don't make contact with the ground. I feel the impact of something against my body, and all of a sudden everything is slanted. Muko! Hey, Muko, are you alright? Why are you staggering? The next thing I know, I'm being held by Koga's arms. I'm right up against his chest, and it's almost as if he were hugging me. I can feel his warmth slowly sinking in. Muko? He peers into my eyes from above. My heart starts pounding furiously. It's constantly beating. Its constant beating is the only thing I can hear. I shut my eyes and shake my head, preventing what should have been sealed away from my heart from swelling up. It feels like I'm about to recall some, so I desperately pull away from it, like what someone would do after having touched something hot. I hastily push Koga's body away, and so I manage to stand on my own 2 feet. Hey, okay? Hey, Muko. How can you remain completely calm after being in that situation? I get irritated for no reason at all and walk away, ignoring him. Hey, don't walk so fast when you can barely stand. Then explain why you were staggering around earlier. Feeling that he wants to catch up to me, I increase my pace and keep my face turned away from him. I don't want him to see that. I would die of embarrassment if he found out. I frantically walk after Murakumo so that Koga's eyes can't keep up. Muko's walking unnaturally fast. That being said, her stride is short, so I catch up to her with ease. So this is what she didn't want me to discover. She's red all the way from her ears down to her neck. She was acting the same as usual until just now, so I was convinced that she had locked up what I'd said we'd put on hold. But the embrace must have caused it to come bursting out. She's just too damn cute. A little physical contact was enough for her to become like that. She's more conscious of me than I thought. For now, I'll slow down a bit. She's speed walking so that she can get away from me. She'll collapse if she keeps that up. I really want to see her face, though. If I did that, I'm sure she'd start sprinting and create a mess. I'll hold back for now. So, where's Kurodani? Expressing my urge to tease her, I switched to a more serious topic. As I expected, she regains her composure and answers with her usual calmness. She doesn't turn towards me, meaning that she still doesn't want me to see her face, but she's able to talk.
村雲さんに借りてもう一度鍵を使ってみたところここへ出たのです。
Use the key? You? Don't go doing something so reckless when you don't have much
一
mana.
回は平気だとリトさんから聞いてます。
But you could barely
そ
stand.
れは鍵のせいじゃありません。ただ足が滑っただけです。
Then why are you still unsteady? You really are pushing yourself.
無理なんてしてませんから。
Shoot. I got concerned and impulsively grabbed her by the shoulder in order to turn her to face me. I rushed to release her as she struggles to try and escape. Her legs shaking because she was still flustered from being close to me. You should be capable of using the key of Giannis once without fainting.
そしてご覧の通り、ここには黒谷さんの姿はありません。
She says that flatly as if to show that she's
異常な
calm.
事態が起きているのは確かです。
I messed
こちらがヤヌスの鍵を使って捜索しているなどと知る由もない黒谷さんがこうまで私たちの目をかいくぐるのは不可能でしょうから。
Setting aside, there's no reason for her to play hide and seek with us in the first place.
そういうわけで黒谷さんが何らかのミストを発動させてしまった危険がありますから、マルクが月で倒れる事態になる前にまともに探して見つかるとは思えなくなってきました。仕方ありませんから、この際ハイタースプライトなどのミストを使うことも検討した方が。
Sorry, that's out of the question.
ハイタースプライトが人物でも探してくれるかどうかは不明でしたが、リトさんにでも聞いてみたのですか？
No, that's not it. We just used it and Murakumo already sealed it.
何があったんですか？
The shock of that is enough to make her turn around. She stiffens the moment our eyes meet. Pretend not to notice. Her cheeks are still slightly red by the faint ignorance and calmly look back at her. She continues to look my way. Has she gotten over it now? She looks faintly upset though. Why does she think? Why does she think I'm that? Why does she think that I'm unfazed? Just not showing it on my face. There's no way that embrace didn't affect me.
やっぱりいないよ。あれ、みーくん来てたの？
Hey, Sumi.
お邪魔した？
何の話ですか？
いや、なんか無言で見つめ合ってたみたいだったから。
More like she was glaring at me.
そうです、誤解です。気のせいです。
そう？
それにさっきの聞き捨てならない話は何ですか？ハイタースプライトを一体何に使ったんですか？
ハイタースプライトってなんだっけ？
ミストです。懐中時計の形の。
ああ、前に学園中の鍵持ってって大騒ぎ起こした妖精さんのことかな？姫ちゃんからそんな話聞いた気がする。
そうです。それです。何に使ったのですか？
Well, I quickly explained the mist with the pens and ink, and now we're looking for that cat that got away.
事情は分かりました。それはハイタースプライトに頼むほかなさそうな探し物だろうということも。
She presses her fingers against her temple as if to repress a
で
headache.
もその猫は何なんですか？
なんでいつもそんなことになるんだろうね。
That's what I want to ask.
じゃあ猫と黒谷さんと両方探さなきゃいけないんだね。
Yeah. Wait, can't we use the key of Giannis on the cat?
無理だと思います。リトさんの話では鍵が反応するのは場所か人だそうですから。
Right, the cat's
多
neither.
分そうだと思うよ。私お友達のところでやってみたことあるけどダメだった。
She's referring to the monster-like creatures that live in the world where the magic circle used to be. Yeah, I don't think they count as people.
だから猫も無理じゃないかな。
Sounds like it. But if you ended up here in the quad, then that must mean Kurodani's on the
それです。
move.
先ほどと違う場所に出たということは、ヤヌスの鍵は間違いなく反応している。しかし黒谷さんはいない。ということは彼女はこちらが発見しづらいくらいのスピードで移動していることになります。
やっぱ瞬間移動なミスト？
And he's using that to jump to random places. And I can see her doing something like that for fun.
制御できないだけかもよ。
正直それが一番困ります。むやみに魔力を消費し続けていることになりますから。
Yeah, damn it, if only we didn't see the way of fairy and just kept the lid
それは
closed.
それで危険ですから仕方がありませんよ。
だよね。
特殊事案調査分室の皆さんにお知らせします。
Huh?
校内放送？
こちら風紀。 お探しの案件が無事発見されました。至急東寮へお越しください。
Huh? They found her?
東寮ってことは黒谷さんの方だよね。
It has to be. They would have called us to the bureau for the cat.
行ってみましょう。
You rush over to the east dorm. Korodani having been found and that being resolved, Sumi went to where Tsubaki is. Since she's not a student, there is always the chance of her being spotted, which complicates things.
ご迷惑をおかけしました。
She apparently went back to her room at some point like nothing had happened. Finding herself in an awkward position, she repeatedly bows to us in her apology. What's the cat then? It's fine, we're just glad you didn't get caught up in anything.
ごめん。忘れ物を思い出して校舎に戻っただけなんだ。
無事で何よりでしたが、校則違反ですよ。
はい、すみません。ごめんなさい。私が早とちりしちゃったせいで大ごとに。
I don't trust that Korodani. That Korodani is a fucking fake.
ソアラのせいじゃないよ。黙って言っちゃった私が悪いんだからさ。
その前に起量時間を過ぎてから外に出てはいけません。
そうでした。はい。
Why did you forget that was so important? Your
そう
homework?
提出用のノートを机の中に置きっぱだったんだ。
まあ宿題も大事ですけどね。
You can do that kind of stuff during
君の
recess.
方針にも賛同しかねます。ですが優先すべきはやはり校則です。今後は宿題よりは外出現金の方を優先してくださいね。
わかりました。宿題は諦めます。違うよマーヤちゃん。忘れ物にも気をつけますだよ。そうでした。はい。
仕方ない人ですね。吉田さん、忘れ物にも気をつけるよう見張っていてあげてください。
はい。ごめんね。
Well, all's well that ends well. Seems like Korodani's doing fine, so we head back to the bureau office. Probably couldn't find you using the key of Yana's because she was running to avoid being spotted by the disciplinary committee. No. All that's left is
それほど深刻な問題ではないでしょう。封印の札の効力は3日ほどですから。それまで待てばハイタースプライトは使えます。一応猫は探すとしても3日後にはそれでどうにかなります。
Guess so. With that out of the way, there aren't any other pressing issues. Oh no, neither of us are talking. You have nothing to say now that everything's been taken care of. Can't think of anything to say that wouldn't anger her either. Crap. I'm hung up over whether it's on her mind as well, and it's making me nervous. So, how have things been lately?
なんです。
Start making small talk and she gives an instant response. She's definitely conscious about it. Wait, what? But, well, I can't really blame her. He's a girl after all. As I'm thinking about it, I'm reminded of something unnecessary. No, I can't. Why am I remembering how her skin feels?
何なんですか?
Huh?
そちらから話しかけておいて。
Oh, sorry, couldn't come up with anything to talk about. And I've spoiled her mood again. She pouts and looks down a bit. For the record, I wasn't trying to tease you.
何ですか今のは。
I wanted to do something about the awkward silence and tried to talk about some, but failed. Her eyes open wide for a moment as she looks at me. But then she quickly averts her gaze. Oh, she's turning red. Look at that shit-eating grin! I love it! Oh, she's turning... I already read that. She's trying to hide it, but even the back of her neck is red, making it painfully obvious.
そんなことを、
Huh?
そんなことをはっきり口に出すのはどうかと思います。
You mean about how I failed? Would you prefer if I made something up?
嘘までつけとは言いませんけど。
You'd find out anyway. You're a smart girl, Muko. I could never deceive you in a million years. At a loss for words, she fidgets and puts her hands together in front of her
そ
chest.
れはずるいです。
Why?
そういうのは褒め殺しと言うんです。
Was it? I actually meant it though.
それに賢さはあまり関係ありません。
Huh? What are you referring
そう
to?
いうのが嘘かどうか気づくのは賢いとかそういうのじゃ。
Now it's my turn to be unable to speak. I've always thought that you try to avoid these kinds of situations. Do you not like it? Lumping that with your actual logical reasoning, I mean.
私は別に古賀君の態度や言動を見て分析してるだけのわけじゃ。
He looks weirdly menacing all of a sudden. I know. But that's not what I mean when I said that you're smart. When I had a panic attack in the dream world, that wasn't something you could have done by reasoning it out. Muko reached out to me when I had gone crazy after having a nightmare involving flames. It didn't feel like something she did through reason. It was something much more instinctive.
あれは古賀君が落ち着いてくれないと困るから。
She had embraced me and stroked my back, reminding her of that embarrasses her, and she turns her blushing face away. Oh man, she's just too cute. I get the feeling that I only brought it up because I wanted to see this. That's not good. I have to be more prudent.
ムツキ
Anatati comes running up to us as she calls out in waves.
早く来て来て。なんです？
She pulls on Muko's arm and then suddenly notices me. A look of surprise appears on her face.
ごめん。
Huh?
もしかして盛り上がってる感じのところだった？
何を言い出すんですか、ムツキ？
ごめんね、もーちゃん。私気が利かなくて。
違う。
でも急いでるから。はい。じゃあミッチーも手をつないで。
Huh? Anatati pulls Muko's arm towards me and puts my hand in
一緒に行こう。
hers.
レッツゴー。
違いますムツキ、話を聞いて。私と古賀君。
なるほど、わかったよ。
まだ何も言ってません。
She seems to be in a hurry, so we can deal with that
古
later.
賀君、ちょっと引っ張らないで。自分で走れますから。もう二人とも話を聞いて。
来たよ。
In the end, Muko's wishes were ignored and she was dragged to the bureau office.
これで一応は揃いましたね。
Since Tsubaki and Sumi are here, he switched on his polite butler mode. More or less is probably referring to Michiru. At this time of night, she's most definitely asleep, and there's nothing we can do about that. What is this? A magical circle. A piece of cloth with a magic circle is lying on top of the desk.
どういうことでしょうか。
She was so flustered when coming here, but now she's switched to her serious mode and questions Louis calmly. This always happens with her when something's going on. Of course, I'm not so thoughtless to say that out loud. Restrain myself since there's definitely not the time
そ
for
の
it.
前に一つ報告だ。ミストをぶら下げてった猫は見つかってない。
Looks that way.
その代わりにと言ってはなんですが。
それは先日おっしゃっていた調べ物の件ですか？
そうです。風呂屋町猫が書いたというプリントを持っているそうですね。
ええ、ありますが。
それを使ってどうにかもう一度風呂屋町猫を呼び出せないだろうかと考えました。
Someone for ya?
ここしばらくはその方法を探していたんです。
呼び出すって前みたいに諏訪の体に下ろすって意味じゃねえよな。
あれとは別の方法ですのでご安心を。
Furia was previously summoned as a night student by using Suaoe, student in the West Storm, as a vessel.
学園が使用していた西寮の部屋は西寮自体に魔術的な仕掛けがしてあるので再利用するのは危険だと思います。
ですね。あの装置を起動していた時計塔の魔法陣も破壊してしまいましたし。
That is still fucking mad sight. Just Jesus Christ, he annihilated that.
なので学園が使っていたものをアレンジして暗示をかけない状態で呼び出します。
That's probably what the magic circle on the desk is.
当時のことを知っていれば何か聞き出せるかもしれません。
その媒体にこのプリントを使用するということですね。
She retrieves from her bag the flyer drawn by Furia that she's been carefully
これ
protecting.
はおそらく印刷されたものですが、それでも大丈夫でしょうか。
元になった絵を描いたわけですから、因果的には呼び出せるはずです。
よりしろなしでも呼び出せるのか？それとも誰かの体に下ろすのか？
人体には下ろしませんが、あなたのお姉さんには協力していただきます。
はあ？
このことだよ。
Tsubaki reveals a doll.
それは村雲さんが憑依していたミブさんの人形ですね。
Ah, the Sumi doll.
うん、そうだよ。
なるほど。では
Muko places the flyer on top in the middle of the magic
ここ
circle.
に置けばいいんだな。
ええ、
She puts the doll on top of the flyer.
原理を説明します。霞の物を操るマギエとしての力を魔法陣を介して呼び出した風呂山町猫に一時的に流します。そして風呂山町猫にはその力を使い人形の中に入ってもらいます。
理屈は分かったけどよ、それ霞は大丈夫なんだろうな。
大丈夫だよ。力は一時的に風呂山さんに貸してる状態になるから、その間は使えないけど、
そういうことです。特に心配はありません。
風呂屋町に力が流れっぱなしとかにはならねえんだな。
霞の側にそうしようという意志がない限りそうはなりません。なぜなら風呂屋町猫の側にはマギエの力を束縛できるような力はないからです。
そうか、分かった。まあ信じる。
じゃ始めよっか。
はい、お願いします。
Sumi puts her hand on a magic circle and concentrates. I can neither see it nor feel it, but she's probably infusing the doll with mana. Beside her, Louis is mumbling some words in an unfamiliar language. Can't tell if they're a form of spell or if he's simply saying something in German,
来ま
but...
した。
The Sumi doll tilts its head. Is that you, Furia?
あれ？ここどこ？あ、古賀くんだ。
She looks around restlessly and waves her short arms after noticing
う
me.
わー、かわいい。
Anatata says that in a hushed voice with her hands over her mouth so that she doesn't disturb our conversation with Furia. Tsubaki nods beside her while
私た
smiling.
ちを覚えているのですね。
ああ、獅子ヶ谷先輩。ここどこですか？
特査分室ですよ。お久しぶりです、風呂山町さん。
はい、お久しぶりです。
Furia in doll form gives us a bow. She really remembers. She may look like a doll, but her actions and voice are undoubtedly Furia's. She was a student here 20 years ago. I feel a complicated mixture of nostalgia and loneliness.
あれ？私なんか小さいですよ。
すみません。人形の中に入っていただきました。
お人形？はあ、本当だ。
She springs onto her feet and twirls around to look at her own
う
body.
わー、かわいいですね。なんだかおとぎ話みたいです。
Thought you'd like it?
好き。
ありがとう。きっと人形も喜ぶ。
ああ、ミブ先輩だ。何かあったんですか？これって一体。
風呂山町さん、実はあなたにお聞きしたいことがあるのです。
はい、なんでしょう。
20年前、いえ、昔この学園で大きな火事がありませんでしたか？
Right, Furia doesn't know that she's been summoned 20 years into the future. Muko's question makes Furia tilt her head quizzically.
火事。
覚えていますか？
She was full of energy a minute ago, but now she's completely still and silent. She then slowly begins to talk.
集会。多分全校集会か何かがあったんだったと思います。私たち講堂にいました。みんな集まってたと思います。
行動って昔のだよね。
Some was set up.
今とは場所とか違うのかな。
That confirms it is 100% not a fucking accident. It was not a fucking freak lightning strike that set up this entire situation. They were intentionally led into the fucking auditorium.
先日まで通っていた学園とその時の行動は違った感じでしたか？
見た目は一緒だった気がします。
そうですか。火事の前と同じように立て直されたようですね。それで行動に集められていて。
先生が来るのを待ってました。ざわざわしてて、それで最初に悲鳴が、誰かの悲鳴が聞こえてびっくりして。
知ってる人の悲鳴でしたか？
わかんないです。でも女の子の声でした。それでなんだろうと思ってそっち見たら、なんだか急に体の中が熱くなって。
体の。
そしたら急に目の前に火がゴーって湧き上がってきて。
They actually themselves set on fire.
その後は覚えてないんです。気がついたらもう学園に通ってて、普通に暮らしてると思ってて。
She doesn't have any memories of what happened after she got caught up in the flames. But she said that her body heated up from the inside. What does that mean? It was spontaneous combustion.
私も。
Furia, hey!
やはり印刷ですね。長時間は無理らしい。
もうとどまれないのか。
残念ながら。
古山町さん、その集会の直前でも最中でも構いません。
知らない人が。
知らない人？
集会の最中、突然、本当に突然思う。誰か知らない人が。
唐突にこの場に知らない人がいると思った。
そう。
After giving a nod, the doll goes limp as if a thread had snapped.
戻った。
Sumi withdraws her hand and looks at it. Looks like she's referring to her powers.
魂は帰りました。これが限界でしょう。
Oh.
もう呼び出せないってことか。
このプリントに宿っていた因果は今ので使い果たしました。
It wasn't the original drawing, so she could only be here for a short period of time.
ですが、貴重な証言は得られました。
Yeah, but on the other hand, you could say that we've discovered even more mysteries. It was actually cases of human combustion. Something caused, or some kind of spell caused the students to actually just burst into flames from within. The next day, after talking to Furia, we soon called it a day and went back to our respective rooms. Today is a holiday. I'm awake, but looking at my clock, it's still early in the morning. Can't lie around in bed for a while. I can hear Michiru's soft breathing beside me. Not really in the mood for going back to sleep, though. Can't be that carefree after our reunion with Furia yesterday. She said that her body started getting hot. What could it have been? During the assembly, there was someone she didn't recognize. Was it an arsonist? Blending in with students before setting them on fire. What bugs me the most is how she phrased it. Something that suddenly came to mind. Doesn't sound like she knew someone had infiltrated beforehand. It felt like she came to a sudden realization that someone unknown had mixed in. What in the world happened? Thinking about it now isn't going to get me the answer. But my curiosity is getting the better of me. Lying here is getting boring. Maybe someone's at the bureau. Oh, shoot, I forgot something there. I accidentally said it out loud and Michiru reacts by turning in her sleep. Sorry, I left my bag at the bureau office. I'll be right back. Can't make fun of Kurodani anymore. I left everything there, not just my homework.
いってらっしゃい。
She says that and returns to her slumber. Looks like she'll still be spending most of her days sleeping. Slip out of my bed and quickly change before heading over to the bureau. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh man, I'm suddenly very not nice. Sky's calm. We have the day off, so it's very quiet, and I don't see a single person when looking down at the road from the rooftop. It's perfect for organizing my thoughts.
とは言っても、黒山地さんのあの話、どう受け止めればいいのか。
Her body started heating up and flames suddenly appeared before her eyes. In the middle of the assembly, someone she didn't know appeared out of nowhere.
言葉通りに受け止めると、何者かが行動に侵入し、火炎の魔術でも放ったということ?
For some reason that doesn't feel right to me. Can't shake off the feeling that it's not as simple as that.
違う。違和感の正体を突き止めて暴かなければ、全貌は見えない。大変！もうちゃん大変！ムツキ?
Turning in the direction of my best friend's rattled voice, I see her running towards me.
どうしたの?
なんかすごく猫だらけ。
はい。
猫がいっぱいなんだよ。
Cats. Good yesterday's?
行きましょう。
こっちだよ。
Heading down the stairs from the roof, we don't have to go very far for me to see that the dorm is in a state of complete disarray.
これは
The hallways are filled with cats.
猫だらけですね。
I thought it was nothing more than a few strays wandering in, but this is on a whole other level. It's safe to say that there are more cats here than in a cat cafe. Cats meowing as they walk to and fro, cats sitting there with an air of dignity, cats as far as the eye can see.
何が起きてるのこれ。
I don't know, but Tsubaki's having a wet dream right now.
これはおそらくミスト。
猫だらけになるミスト？
いえ、人を猫の姿に変えるものなの。確かシュトルムカッツと言ったはず。以前一度処理したことがある。
As I say that, I take a sealing talisman from my pocket where I always keep
もしか
keep
した
them in
ら
hand.
これを暴走させたのは。
もうちゃん何か心当たりがあるんだ。
ええ、でも後で説明するから。今ミストを封印することを優先しなくては。いい？ムツキ。どこかに小さな猫の置物があるはず。けれどそれと目を合わせてはいけないから。
目を合わせるとこうなっちゃう？
その通りです。
わかった。
あっちの方が猫の数が多い。行ってみましょう。
ねえ、もうちゃん？
何？
ミッチーは呼ばなくていいの？
今日は休日ですし、まだ部屋でのんきに寝ているかもしれないし。
そうなの？
そうです。きっとそう。だいたいあの人は年上のくせに子供だし、自分のことは何も言わないくせに他人には。
へえ。
何？
夫婦喧嘩みたいだね。
あ？
だって奥さんの愚痴みたいだったよ。
気のせいでしょ。私はそんなつもりはこれっぽっちもな。
I was careless. I was the one who told her to be careful with the ornament, but my flustered state caused me to forget about it as I turned the corner. The ornament. By the time I realized that I was looking at it, it was already too late. My vision goes blank, and the next thing I know, I've lost my regular body, and I'm smothered by my uniform. Oh my gosh, she's so fluffy! I rush to get out from under it. My fumbling hand, front paw is undeniably a cat. I hear Mutsuki shriek from behind me. Don't come down! I try to warn her since she hasn't turned the corner yet.
猫？もうちゃん？よくわかんないけど、もうちゃんがその状態ってことは、わかった。その先は危ないんだね。
Seems that she's got grasped the situation and takes a few steps backwards.
情けない。
I've told Koga off so many times about not jumping into things without thinking.
わかったよ。
通じてる？よかった。
もうちゃん、その格好じゃ無理だもんね。オッケー。 私が封印するよ。
She picks up the talisman I dropped without a moment's
目を見ちゃ
hesitation.
いけないんだよね。なら大丈夫。ほら、手鏡持ってるからこれで映してみればいいでしょ。
Someone tells me this isn't a Medusa situation. She takes out the mirror from her breast pocket and looks around the corner with it.
あったあった。確かもーちゃん、ナイフ借りるね。
Apparently remembering how to seal a mist, Mutsuki digs through my scattered uniform and takes out the knife I always use for this purpose. She makes a small incision on thumb and smears the blood trickling from it onto the
これ
talisman.
でよし。よーし、行くよ。
Confirming the location of the ornament again with the mirror, she energetically leaps out towards it.
花立むつきが我が血とこ
She sticks the talisman onto the cat-shaped
Tokyo!
ornament. And decides to chant. However,
やったよ、もーちゃん。あれあれみんな人間に戻ってない。なんでどうして戻らないの。呪文間違えてないよね。ごめん、もーちゃん。わかんないよ。
calm down, Ushio. You're a cat right now. Of course you're not gonna get through to her, no matter how much you meow. We've sealed this mist once before. He would know.
もーちゃん
You have no choice but to get Koga. Run down the hall in my cat form. There's no way I can open the doors. I just jump onto the veranda, crude though it may be. I don't see him inside his room. His sister, Michiru, drowsily raised her head from the bed.
お兄ちゃんなら読者の部室にいたよ。
You went to the bureau, huh? Have to go there then.
どういたしまして。
Did she understand me? Can't tell if it's because she's a Magia or because she's simply half asleep. Bag. Where'd I put it? Been a lot of people in here recently, so I've been shoving it into random corners so it doesn't get in the way. What? Huh, a cat. I was in a hurry, so I left the door open and a cat comes flying through it. It jumps onto the desk and starts meowing at me. What's going on? You're the cat that had the pen. Come over here. It doesn't run away when I reach out towards it, but instead stands on its hind legs and puts its front paws up. I'm not trying to play with you. Stay still. Lift it up into my arms. Rita said that the pen was stuck in the cat's furs, but I don't see it. Your fur's pretty long. Did you get buried? Did it get buried inside? Calm down. I'm just trying to look for something. Try to restrain the flaming cat as I pat around for anything resembling a pen, but I can't find it. It's not here.
ですか。違う猫だということぐらいわからないんですか。
Maybe it's stuck between your legs.
しませんから。
Your tail's in the way. Move it, will you?
やめなさい。ちょっとそんなとこにあるわけないでしょ。
Nope, can't. Come to think of it, did that cat have this pattern on its face? I guess it's a different one, my bad. After I put it back down on the desk, it stares at me as if it were trying to appeal to me. What? Stop pulling on me. You sure are a friendly one. Want me to play with you? I can pet you some more. Oh, that was loud. What's the matter? What a nice coat of fur you have. You're not a stray, are you? There. Does that feel good? I scratch under its chin and then proceed to pet its back. Good kitty. You're pretty cute.
違うのに喉の下気持ちいい。
じゃなくて。
The purring cat suddenly dashes across the desk and makes itself comfortable in Muko's usual seat. Someone's gonna get angry if you leave fur lying around there. Hey. I see his face. It places its paw on top of the desk. What is with that gesture? It glances at me and meows disappointedly. Could it be that? You're doing a trick. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. What's the answer? You're doing a trick! Oh, fuck me, I'm good. You're doing a trick. Were you taught that trick? Whoa, I didn't know that cat could learn tricks. Come on now, let's get you down. Ow! It scratches my hand when I try to pick it up. It's gone into you all of a sudden. You were so tame a minute ago. Turns its face away. Almost as if it were saying it's your fault. And doing that while sitting in that chair makes me think. You're acting just like Muko. Surprisingly, the cat nods at what I say. Huh? Are we really doing a Muko impression? This time it shakes its head from side to side. There's no mistaking it. That cat understands what I'm saying. It can't be. Muko? Seriously? Huh? Muko, actually! It looks like it really is her. She looks at me as if to say that it took me long enough to figure it out. Well, I did spend a lot of time petting her. Not only that, but I spread her legs open too. I'll pretend that never happened. Anyway, that's enough. It's on hold. Yeah. Don't get angry. How could I have known? You're a cat no matter how I look at you. And besides, what? Is it that mist that turns people into cats? It's the one we sealed before. That one, huh? If memory serves, in order to turn you back, I need to kiss you, right? For whatever reason, the effects of this mess are dispelled with a kiss. Left to interrogate the person who made it for an hour or two. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. I know we agreed that it's on hold, but this doesn't count. She doesn't move from where she is. Since she's a cat, it's hard to tell what expression she's making and whether she's fine with it or reluctantly accepting. Doesn't count. It doesn't count. She's a cat. Don't be so conscious of it, Mitsuyoshi. Whoops. I get the feeling that the exact same thoughts are going through her mind and she's trying her hardest to remain calm. Well then, I lift her up and sit on the sofa. Close her eyes tightly. She's a cat. Why am I getting so nervous for? If I lose my cool, she'll find out that I'm not as calm as I appear to be. Either. Oh, that's... whoops. That's a nice CG. That's a nice CG. However, she's going to be naked the moment she turns back, so I'm going to leave this up. In order to deceive myself, I give her a quick kiss. With a whoosh, the sensation I feel from touching her changes and my vision is filled with her usual hair. Oh, you're back. Crap. This mist doesn't transform the people's clothes. Because I was holding her up, her naked body is now on top of my lap. No way, no, Koga, look the other way, don't look at me, she says. Hold on, let me just do that, that, and that. She rushes to hide her breast with her hands and struggles on my lap. She's so flustered that she's forgotten to even get off me. Oh man. This reminded me of so many things that I don't need to didn't need to remember. I pet her a lot earlier. I did a lot of things to this body. Huh? Oh, right. I look away, but the image of a naked body is burned into my mind. No, calm down, Mitsuyoshi. Huh? Oh no! Rito unexpectedly pokes her head in from the library, perhaps because we were making so much noise. Now to think about it, I don't think the door was ever closed. Rito's completely silent, simply stares at us, taken aback by the scene. We're frozen as well, unable to speak. Is this an unwholesome sexual act? You know what? I think I have a title. I don't give a shit. I have a title. Is this an unwholesome sexual act? It's an accident. It was because of a mist. She brings a spare uniform and gives it to Muko. However, it's nothing more than a uniform itself. Perhaps because She has no underwear in the right size or no underwear at all. Basically, Muko's going
古
commando.
賀君、インナーについての発言は一切しないでください。
I haven't even said anything.
顔に書いてあります。
Wasn't that obvious?
一切しないでください。一言でも言ったら私は何のミストを呼び出してしまうか自分でもわかりません。
Okay, got it. My lips are sealed. That is kind of a banger insult. Like, listen, we all know how the magic items at the school work. Say a fucking word, and and I won't promise you which one I'm gonna fucking summon, but it won't be good for you. He's completely serious. We're going to have another mess on our hands if I slip up. I'm going to keep quiet.
それとリトさん、
何かしら。
このことはどうか他の人には黙っていてもらえませんか？
分かったわ。
本当ですか？何があったのか聞かれても答えないでくれます？
このような場合は守秘義務に違反すると答えるわ。
ありがとうございます。
Rita wouldn't lie. She can't, rather, so this should be
じゃあ
fine.
私は図書館へ戻るわね。
はい、お騒がせしました。
Thanks. I feel extremely relieved myself. I don't want to imagine what Murakuma would say if he found out about this.
あとは他の生徒たちです。
Huh?
猫になっていたのは私だけではありません。大量の猫で溢れてます。
Really? It was more of a disaster than I
行きま
thought.
しょう。東寮です。
Oh yeah, she's a bit too excited. Mugo and I return to the East Dorm and see Hanatate and Murakuma waiting for us. Tabaki's with them, failing to hold back her look of ecstasy. Hanatate runs up to us while waving her hand. On our way here, Muko told me about what happened before she went to the bureau. Is everything resolved here?
まだ。とりあえず猫でも言葉は通じたから部屋には戻ってもらったんだ。
どうしていいかわからんからうろうろしてるのが大半だったみてえだからな。
Let's see, which means that we'll have
あと
to...
は
どうやって戻すの？もーちゃん元に戻ってるってことはそんな難しくないんだよね。
キスです。
キスって？
このミストは幽閉された恋人と会いたいという願いが形になったものらしく、そのため最終的にはキスによって人間に戻。本当か、獅子ヶ谷さん。
Tsubaki comes darting over with intense enthusiasm and closes in on Muko.
キスとはあのキスだな。スキーシップ的な意味のあれだな。魚の名前じゃないな。違います。魚は関係ありません。
Muko's feeling the pressure.
猫さんたちにチューすればいいのか。いいんだな。
I was wondering how they're gonna resolve this, but because you know, in the end, it's just gonna be one. They just gotta kiss all the fucking students, and they're gonna turn back and be naked. That's gonna be fucking difficult to solve. But apparently, Tsubaki is all down for that kind of caveat, if it means that he gets to kiss all the kitties.
ミブさん、落ち着いて。
ああ、大丈夫だ村雲。そんな簡単なことで戻るなら私に任せろ。これでも風紀委員長代行なんだ。お安いご用だ。
全然落ち着いてませんよね。
私は冷静だとも。
残念ながら気のせいです、ミブさん。
気のせいでもいい。さあ、いざ行かん。猫さんたちのもとへ。ストップストップ。
As I'm thinking about what an outrageous thing Tsubaki just said, Hanatata surprisingly chimes in to stop her.
なんだ。
さっきもーちゃんが猫になった時に制服落っこちてたよね。
脱げますから、猫になると。
ダメでしょミブさん、それは。
そうだよ。女の子はまあ女同士だからまだいいとしても、男子はまずいよ。
それはそうかもしれないが。
まずいです。非常にまずいです。しかも相手がミブツバキさんって、それはもう非常にまずいです。
She's popular after all. Thinking that they're being kissed only to appear stark naked before her. For a growing boy, it'd undoubtedly be a shocking turn of events.
だから男子は男子の方が多分いいんじゃない？
Huh? Hanatata placed her hands on our shoulders. I wasn't expecting it to be so demonic.
どうしたの？村雲くんだってまずいって同意してくれたよね。
したけどな。
Damn, she's a natural! In a way, she's even worse than an actual demon. And here's someone trying not to let her jealousy show on her face. I can't refuse, can I?
そう、なんでこんな目に。
ミブさんにやらせるよりはマシでしょ？
I know.
おい、しがたに、キス以外での解決方法はなんかねえのか？
すべての魔力が放出されるのを待てば自然に戻りますが、個人差がありますし、下手をすると1週間ほどそのままなことも。
それはいけない。授業もあるし、やはりここはチューして戻すしかないようだ。いや、戻すしかないだろう。
Yeah.
おい、犠牲になるのはどっちか一人だけでいいだろう。じゃんけんだ。
You're on.
行くぞ。
Yeah, rock, paper.
はい。よしかった。
What?
じゃあ頼んだ。
Damn it! Don't glare at me like that, Muko. I didn't lose because I wanted to. Please stop it with those eyes that are saying, why did you lose now of all times? All you did it is because you were lacking in spirit.
じゃあ男子は男子で集めてもらってそっちでやってね。
私は女子だな。よし。
Jisuka, have all the guys come to my room.
ちゃん言うな。部屋に全員集めるのか？
It'd be faster than me going around to all of them. And the thought of going around to other men's room in order to kiss them hurts me psychologically.
わかったわかった。
Damn. Meowing fills my room as cats enter in droves. Just wait until everyone's here. They all want to be human again as soon as possible and are walking in circles around me.
何事だこれは。
Oh, Louis. Intrigued by the sight of cats congregating in one place, Louis peeks into my room. It was another miss. They're all students and I'm about to turn them back to normal.
どうやって戻すんだ？
By kissing them.
メルヘンチックな趣味だな。
This is nothing like a fairy tale. They're all male. He goes silent, looking at me, and then all the cats in the room.
見学させてくれ。猫が人に戻るところ見てみ。
Suit yourself. It's better than having him howl with laughter. What a magic nerd.
これで全部だぞ。なんだ、執事来てたのか。
見学だ。気にするな。
物好きだな。
何これ。
Yeah, you're awake. Hey, Shizuka, take her outside, will you?
ああ、確かに上層に良くないな。みちる、ちょっと起きて部屋出とけ。
なんでこんなに猫が？
ミストのせいだよ。今から古賀が元に戻すから。
お兄ちゃんが？
Murakumo grabs her hand while she's still half asleep and they leave. Good grief, well, time to get this over with. Don't hate me for this, alright? I don't want to do this either. Pick one up from near my feet, and then Muko's soaking face pops into my mind. Why now? Oh, I know the answer to that. I'm not dumb enough to not figure out that she's against me kissing others, even if it's male cats. But wait, they're male, and it's all because of a mist. It's not like I'm trying to cheat on her. Brushing away my face from her face from my mind, I take a deep breath and steel myself. Oh, Michiru, thank you! Michiru! The door slams open, she comes rushing in. That's a whole lot easier. A blindingly bright light centered around Michiru fills the room and, Naked male students are crammed into my room like sardines. Now she's done it. There are conflicting feelings going through my mind right now. Concern for Michiru and a sense of relief.
失礼します。はい、戻ったぞ。
前くらい隠せよお前。
The students all scurry back to their own rooms. Oh there, calm down, Michiru.
うわ、ミチルがやったのか？
Why did you think I asked you to take her outside? Keep a better watch on her next time.
いや、ミストのこと説明した途端にすげえ勢いで逃げられて。
とんでもないな。
だってお兄ちゃんにそんなことさせられないもん。
Yeah, thanks for that.
これだけ大量の変身魔術を一瞬で全て解くとは。参ったな。
That seems to be the only thing Louis cares about as he nods constantly.
古賀君、今のは一体。
Wook appears, replacing the male students
猫
that
たち
left.
が急に全員元の姿に戻ったのですが、もしや
Yeah, Michiru did it.
その古賀君が本来の方法で戻す前に。
Yeah, I didn't do a thing.
そうですか。
Her expression portrays her relief. She's so cute.
おい、まさかこの部屋にいた猫だけでなく、寮内すべての猫を戻したのか？
ええ、ミブさんの部屋に集めていた猫も。
She robbed Tsubaki!
死人の必要もなく、距離も関係ないだと。どういう威力だ？
Tsubaki must have been disappointed, huh?
な。
猫さん。猫さんが。
どんまい。いつか卒業して一人暮らしするようになったら猫飼おうね。
で、結局これ誰が発動させてたんだ？突き止めてんのか？
予想はついていますが、古賀君はどうですか？
Korodani. Huh? Me? Let's see. Korodani. Korodani. Thinking back to what happened yesterday, was it Korodani?
そうです。昨べ話を聞いたときに、すぐにこのミストのことを思い出すべきでした。もしも彼女が猫になっていたのなら、ヤヌスの鍵で扉を開けても人の姿はなくても当然だし、走って素早く移動されたら気づかない。
But later that night, she came back to the dorm
あの時はお
herself.
そらく最初にミストに込めた魔力が切れて自然に人間に戻ったのでしょう。
So you're saying that this morning she tried to run into a cat. She tried to turn into a cat again, messed up, causing it to go out of control.
ええ、そうです。行きましょう。
すいませんでした。
She's vowing even deeper than when she apologized for forgetting her homework at school. You know, as we thought, Korodani was the cause of all this.
ごめんなさい。なんでか猫になれるなんて信じられないけど、面白くなっちゃって、もうちょっと楽しみたいななんて。
I feel like at this point you should just tell the student body, "Ayo, weird magic things happen sometimes." Because at this point, most of them are probably weird, considering they were all just turned into cats. That's hard, without losing their, like, cognitive abilities. It's hard to, you know, find an excuse for that.
思ってたらこんなことになってしまいました。すいません。
忘れ物をしたと言ってた時はもう一度猫になった後ですね。
はい。猫の置物を拾って気がついたら猫になってました。
She had panicked for a moment, thinking about what she should do, and decided to visit the bureau for help.
でも猫だし言葉喋れないし、徳さんの部屋ってどんなだろうってのもあったんで、なんか思ったより驚かれちゃったんで、私もびっくりして思わず逃げてしまいました。 その後どうやって人間に戻ったの？部屋に戻ってしばらくしたら、なんというか自然に。じゃあその時はまだちゃんとうまく使いこなせてたってことかな？
私たちが訪ねた時、ちゃんと置物のことを言ってくれればよかったのに。
ごめんなさい。もう一回だけ遊んだら返そうと思ってたんですけど、
まさか他の人まで片っ端から猫になるとは。
When you came to the bureau, you left with a quill pen attached to you, right? Do you have that with you?
羽ペン？ああ、なんか人間に戻った時落ちてたあれかな。ちょっと待ってて。
She goes back into her room and soon returns with the pen in her
こ
hand.
れ？
Yep, that's the one.
はい、どうぞ。これで全部戻ったね。
ええ、それはそうですが。黒谷さん、
はい。
これはたまたま危険のないものでしたが、次もそうだとは限りません。ちゃんと気をつけてください。
はい。
最悪、命を落とすこともあるんです。怪しいものを見かけたら、絶対に触らず、すぐ徳さんに知らせること。はい。私たちは日頃そのために活動していますが、あなた方生徒が協力してくださらなければ意味がないのです。
すみません。
That's enough, isn't it? I'm sure Kurodani's reflected on her actions by now.
してる本当に。次に同じようなものを見かけたら、もう二度と勝手に触ったりしません。
See?
仕方ないですね。
ありがとう、子が。何か埋め合わせを。
そうだ。こないだできなかった放課後パーティーさ、今度こそしようよ。
Oh, we did make plans for that, didn't we? I promised Kurodani and Ushida a while back that we'd have a tea party together, but one thing happened after another and it never came to fruition. Yeah, I did say that we'd do it sometime. That we'd do it some other time.
でしょ？放課後パーティーって
何ですかそのいやらしいパーティーは。
What do you mean obscene? It's not like I'll be alone with Kurodani. Yoshida'll be there too.
3人で何を？
We're just going to have tea.
ほほー。これはマヤちゃんともあろうものが鈍くてごめんなさい。
黒谷さん？
すみませんね。旦那様を横取りしたみたいになっちゃって。そんなつもりなかったんですよ。
She prods Muko with her elbow as a sinister smile appears on her face. Go back to your room, Kurodani, and please, I'm begging you! Muko's going to explode any second now. I hurriedly push Kurodani away from the scene.
誤解ですからね。
Muko yells out in Kurodani's general direction.
はいはい。
Didn't I tell you to go back?
ごめん。
She walks away while laughing and waving goodbye.
本当に反省しているのでしょうね。
The missed part, probably.
多分では困るんですよ。
No, I'm sure she genuinely feels bad about getting other students involved.
そうだよ。もーちゃんが怒ってるのそこじゃないしね。
むつき、お願いですから蒸し返さないで。
ごめん。ま、解決してよかったじゃない。
And we found the pen too. She heaves a heavy sigh. Probably to switch her mental
特差分
gears.
室に全員を集めてください。ミストを使ってみましょう。
She still seems somewhat displeased, but that sigh was enough for her to return to her usual self.
それではこれからミストを使って20年前の真実を探っていこうと思います。
セーブメニューです。
I'm
セ
gonna
ー
end
ブ
it
し
here
ます
for
か？
today.
セーブしました。
Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.